work trip to Vancouver.
Welcome back, everybody, to the next session. Reditus, we're on session 21. Wives in Vancouver. Yeah. So last week, give you guys a little recap, and then we'll get right into it. So last week, the Atlads finished up their fight with some type of sentry robot. So they engaged in a conversation with two new arrivals that had come up. No, don't make me mute you all.
Sorry.
I don't know why you never have us muted for this part.
Mute me,
because
Daddy.
it's kind of sometimes it's fun if there's something comes up to you guys, you know, but it's clearly maybe not the way to go.
Mute me, Daddy, and my kid's like, what?
So yes, as these two people approached on some sort of rocket boots, they were flying along, fire coming out the bottom of these boots, about a foot off the ground, and they engaged in conversation with the Atlads. Upset that they were attacked, and these two new arrivals explaining that it was their fault for not knowing the password and trying to come into the back entrance of a city that the Atlads didn't even know existed. So it was decided they were going to come in and explain the situation to their boss, someone called Carmen, within the city. So the Atlads decided to follow suit. As they got close to the city, Jack kind of went off on his own. As he was told or heard that the tournament in Centaurium was no longer going, which sort of triggered him. So he headed off to find some answers. As everybody arrived at the city, they started to see now that the city seemed to be built underground. As they came into this cavern and looking up, above them was cut a huge, massive circle where it was open to the sky. Looking down hundreds and hundreds of feet, this massive hole going deep into the mountain, and the city's being built into this hole in a set of series of rings going around as it descends into the depths. Jack made his way down into the first level of the city to grab the first person he could, a elderly gnome lady, who agreed to take him to an inn so that he could try and get some information, promised to buy her a beverage. As he reached there, he gave the old lady some money and didn't see her again. The Atlads continued their journey down to meet Carmen, as Darius and Atlas discussed with Carmen their side of the story, and Atlas pushing forwards that they should actually be compensated for repairs and damage that they'd incurred, as opposed to actually paying for anything repairs to the defense systems. So Carmen had left it in respects to, you go assess your damages, we'll assess our damages, and we'll meet the next day and come up with some sort of plan as to what's going to happen moving forwards. So Atlas started checking out his feelings, something strange going on with inner workings, kind of trying to figure out what was going on with him, as Darius had an amazing performance starting off as a duel with a bard in the inn, which ended up to be a duet, which was absolutely phenomenal. Mastos finally got a snack. He'd be hungry for 73 years. Finally got himself some deer meat. As Jack had asked a few people in the inn some questions about Centaurium and the tournament, he wasn't getting a lot of information, although he had heard that there is talks that the tournament is still ongoing. Not confirmed, but that's what has been said. And also talks that there has been, of what he has heard, at least 2 winners that they know of over the last decade or so. Jack headed off then to look for the elderly lady that stole his gold by going on top of what appeared to be a blacksmith and kind of surveying the area, see if he can see anybody. And then going into the blacksmith, looking at their wares, see if he can find some special bolts for his crossbow. As he started to leave, the rest of the Atlads were walking towards the blacksmith. Thoric had actually continued down, taking a job for Carmen in the lower platforms. He'd peeled off by himself. So as the Atlads then approached Jack as he's coming out of the blacksmith, Darius immediately noticed that the bag of holding that he had lent Jack was gone. So let's come back and see what they're going to do next.
Yes, that protects your flesh, which protects your insides.
You wear double the armor because you're weak.
The wall, and then these weird zombies came out of the wall, and I threw grease on the ground, and then we killed them all, and then we went through the whole wall.
A way to help Atlas. You shouldn't be so hard on those that are willing to fight.
I do talk in kind of riddles sometimes, and I don't always tell the whole truth.
How will you now? How will you? Because I think that's something you should figure out before you get down there, don't you? And last we left off. So yeah, Jack, as Darius sort of yells at you, "Where's my bag?" And you reach around and you find the bag isn't there. What do you do?
Oh, right. Forgot.
Jack immediately is going to turn around and walk back in the blacksmith shop.
All right, so as you turn around, it's about 30 feet away. What was everybody else doing as Jack starts to turn around?
Am I there? I'm not there yet, am I?
Yeah, so all of the Atlads came up. You guys were heading towards the stairs to go down shopping. And heading towards the stairs is facing where the blacksmith was. So you all met right there.
Oh, hey guys. What's going on?
Jack lost the bag.
What?
The bag. Jack lost it.
Where?
Well, if I knew where, it wouldn't be lost.
Where'd Jack go? Jack
Yes.
just over there. We
Just
found
to be
it.
clear, this is the same bag with our...
Yes.
Yeah.
That bag.
Okay.
I have a bag.
That's wonderful, Mastos. Is it a magical bag with an even more magical mirror in it that is promised to a trader?
No magical mirror, but definitely a bag with magic.
Ooh, can I see it?
Mastos pulls his bag out, but as he's doing it, he pulls his shiny rock out from it, so that holds his bag open.
So you just to be clear, you have two different bags. Which one are you pulling out?
Yes, I will show him the one without the magic stone, which is the bag of holding, because I didn't put my magic stone in the bag of holding.
Gotcha.
So I will show him the bag of holding.
Oh, we have 2 bags of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had 2 bags of holding.
This is
See,
very
I put
similar.
things in it. I put my hand in, I pull my potion out, put the potion back in, and my tail does a little wag. Like the
I put my
Hogan.
hand in it. And what do I pull out?
Are you?
I only have. You have to,
You have to think about what he's pulling out.
Yeah.
Look like that.
Atlas puts his hand in and just comes out, and there's nothing in his hand.
I think your bag's broken.
Bag not broken. I pull out another health potion. Put it back in. Bag work fine. Atlas not
Okay.
think of what he want from bag.
So while they're doing this, Darius is actually going to push past and follow Jack. They can keep talking, but just so you know.
Yeah, bag works fine. Just have potions inside.
Okay. We should probably find the bag with the important stuff in it.
I feel like
I'm
a
gonna
little
turn
slight.
and go inside with everyone.
All right, so
No. Rastos, your bag is wonderful. Our bag is our bag. And you're not an Atlas yet, so you don't understand. But soon, it's promising.
My bag is special.
You have to let Atlas die to become an Atlas.
facts. So Jack, as you're kind of storming away towards the blacksmith, you want to head straight in, or
Has anyone walked out since I've walked out?
well, since your back's turned, you wouldn't have been able to see if there's anybody leaving.
I mean, now that I'm walking towards it, is anyone walking out or anything like that?
Roll a perception.
Can I assist with that?
No.
Okay.
You just
Not
like,
in this
held his
instance.
eyes open. wondering.
Ooh, good start today. 21.
So he's
I
trying
just
to
figured I'd
basically
put-
compare and see like if somebody was in there while he was in there coming out, so you wouldn't be able to tell that.
But to be fair,
21.
I would be watching everyone come out of that store.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. 21. Okay. So as you turn around to walk in, or heading towards, you do see 2 people. One will go out to the right, one kind of start walking towards you, and you still see a few people within the blacksmith's
Do I
So,
recognize them, any of them as the people I shoved past to get in?
roll an intelligence.
14.
So you can't really tell. However, the one moving off to the right is a similar size to one of the people that would have been over that you were shoving through to see the crossbows, but you're not really sure.
So, did I only shove past people when I initially walked in, or was it like a struggle the entire time?
No, it was literally, it wasn't a big struggle. It wasn't like you're throwing people out of the way. But it was just, there was a group of people in that section that you wanted to see the crossbows. You know how you kind of like just, turn yourself aside and kind of shimmy in between people kind of thing just to get to what you want to look at. So it wasn't anything too crazy shoving around or anything, but it's pretty fair size open blacksmiths. So that was the only time that you were really in contact with anybody other than talking to the blacksmith at the back, the dwarf you were talking to. Those are the only 2 times you were really close to people.
Jack is going to... Jack's going to point at him with, like, he's going to bring his hand up like he's pointing a firearm at him, and he's going to think for a second, and he's going to hunter's mark him.
The one that's walking towards or going to the right?
The one that, I think you said the one going to the right is the one I maybe recognize, similar build.
Okay.
The one walking towards me I don't recognize at all.
I mean, no. It doesn't look like, it doesn't, you don't click as to who that person is or anything.
Okay. And then Jack's going to walk back in the blacksmith.
Okay. Darius, you're following suit, kind of keeping an eye. You also see this sort of human, similar size, tallness to you, walking towards. Green cloak coming down, hood is down, backpack over the shoulder.
Do I see anyone who, like, seeing Jack come back in, do I see anyone that looks like, kind of like, stressed, like worried, like, oh shit, like he's back, I need to...
Anxious.
Yeah, anxious, that's the word.
So roll a perception as you're reaching the blacksmith.
But it's a 15 plus 3, 18.
18, okay. So as you walk in, you're kind of looking for anybody who acknowledges Jack's presence within the store, and the only person you really notice is the dwarven blacksmith, kind of central to the right. There's 2 blacksmiths working at the back, one to the left, one to the right. And the one at the right kind of like just looks over, looks like he has some sort of knowledge or acknowledgement of Jack coming back in, but then he just goes right back to work.
Okay. I just want to kind of keep my eye out for anything, like if anyone sees Jack and starts to try to move out of the store or anything like that.
Okay. Atlas and Mastos, you guys just...
I'm gonna kind of post up on the. I'm gonna peek my head in because I want to see what they're doing.
Mhm.
So what are they doing?
Okay, so roll a perception.
It's 8.
Okay. So you see what looks like kind of 2 workers talking to people in each corner, the northeast, and northwest corner of the room. That's a fairly big open space. Furnaces at the back, 2 blacksmiths working away. You see Jack kind of like in the center of the room, kind of scoping it out. Darius at the entrance, taking a look around as well. You don't really see anything that's kind of jumping out at you right now. See crossbows and stuff on the right, and more kind of armor, swords, and that kind of thing along the left.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of pop my head back outside and kind of post up at the door and just kind of keep an eye on everyone
Okay.
that's coming in and out.
Okay.
Actually, is there a back door to the? Is there a way to like get around back to see if there's a back door or back entrance? Or
Yeah, you can head
secondary
around. It's pretty wide on the front, but you can definitely like start to make your way around the side for sure.
Okay.
Mastos,
Yes.
you hang out here and kind of keep an eye on who's coming in and out. I could see if there's a back door or entrance and see if there's anyone suspicious hanging out there. Just not if you understand.
So Mastos hang here.
Yeah, Mastos hang here. Keep
Is
eye
there,
out. Look for other people with bags of magic.
I was literally gonna hang. Is there a bar or something above me, like a
Tasty bar.
like
Is there an awning?
yeah, an awning. Thank you, an awning. I don't remember what they were called.
Yeah, there's like a little. It's more of like there's like an archway, and this stone that is holding the archway kind of sits out a little bit.
I am using my goat-like leg abilities to make my way up there and hang.
Yeah, you can make that jump. Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Mastos hang.
Wonderful. There's not many literal people around here, so I can respect that. I like it. You hang here, Mastos, but also keep an eye out. I mean, not literally. Don't take any eyes out. Just use your eyes. You understand.
Mastos nods, pulls out his pan flute, and starts playing a small little tune. Nothing too loud, but I'm actually just playing it, but eyeing the people who leave, and I want to notice if they look back at other people when they're leaving.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll make my way around the other side of the building.
All right.
When Jack walks in, he's going to attempt to not let people in or out. He's going to basically stand at the door. And is it still pretty full like it was when he first went in?
So it's a lot more empty now than when you were first in there. There's a customer talking to each of the workers on the two corners. And then there's one person over browsing where the crossbows are. And that's all there is in the store right now.
Okay. Do I recognize any of those people still? That I brushed past. That all he wants to try to do is identify whoever he has made contact with.
Yeah, the one person that looks is over at the crossbows. Looks like similar because you weren't really paying attention to the people, more to the crossbows themselves. Looks similar maybe to the height of a person that was over there. You just remember one shorter person and like two kind of taller people similar to your height. So yeah, this could be one of those people.
Jack is going to begin to approach that person, and as he does, he is going to pull his dagger out, and he's going to come up behind them and grab them gently by their shoulder, and he's going to press into their back, not stabbing them, but the presence of a knife is known. And he's going to come up behind him and say, with authority from Carmen Silverhand, anyone caught with a stolen bag of holding is going to be arrested. And I remember brushing past you, and I've since lost said bag of holding. Do you want to reveal the items on your hand?
So as you go to do that, roll a stealth check.
Okay. I'm actually good at stealth. I forgot. 13, and I get a 6, so 19 on stealth.
Okay. So you managed to make it over doing that without the employees seeing you.
Do I see this happening?
Roll a perception.
17.
So no, you don't.
Okay.
So as you you kind of lean your blade in as you're saying the words, you see this. You now see it's a half elf, kind of tense up a little bit. Oh, I haven't taken anything, sir. Oh. He starts whimpering.
So you'd be willing to show what's on you to prove your innocence?
I ain't got nothing. And he puts this little pouch and he shows his pouch. Please don't rob me.
Not here to rob you. Here to find lost goods. On your way, and he's gonna resheath his blade, and he's just gonna walk out.
Yeah, as you go to do this, what you doing over there? The dwarf yelled over. There's no violence in the shop.
No violence, old timer. Trying to find stolen property. And he's just going to keep walking
Walking to where?
out.
Oh, out. Okay.
He's going to then focus on that hunter's mark person, and he's going to start following them.
Okay. So, Darius, as you see Jack kind of interacting with this person, did you want to do anything specific?
If I had saw that he was trying to like shake them down, I was gonna start performing to like distract the rest of the store, but it's already gone down, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, he was stealthy enough to make it happen. All right. So, yeah, as you're playing your flute up there, Moustos, you don't see anybody exit yet. You don't hear this kerfuffle either as you're kind of watching for people exiting. Atlas, as you kind of make your way, it's about 10 or 15 feet. You're walking to the east, and you can see now it does turn the corner of the building. And as you kind of look down there, it goes further down. It looks like you can see kind of where the wall stops, almost like that's probably where the edge of this part of the city is. The building doesn't look to go the whole way back. It looks like there's probably about 20 feet or so from the end of the building to the kind of
Like a
the edge of the
back
city.
alley, almost?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I want to I want to head that way, but I'm being cautious. Trying to be aware of trying to see if they see anyone lurking or hanging around.
Okay, roll a perception.
14 plus 21.
21, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, just as you kind of like glance down to see where this building ends, you just see out of the corner of your eye, you just see the cloak of someone passing down to the right behind another building that's over there. Just see them kind of just take that corner, like kind of down what you would consider an alleyway to the right hand side, not behind the blacksmith, which was just to the left.
Okay, did I make out a color of the cloak or anything?
Yeah, it's like a dark gray cloak.
Okay, I want to pick up pace and I want to try to track this person as best
Okay.
I can.
Okay, so you just start to move over there. Roll a survival.
Oh, it's actually not too bad. 16.
16, okay. So as you're kind of tracking, making your way over there, waddling over, you take a look down at the ground and you can see that the footprints you're following are very small. A lot smaller than what you're used to seeing. Probably closer to the size of what you would have seen with Felix walking around. Very small in length and in
Almost
width.
childlike, or
Yeah. So you can kind of see the dusting. It is very light. So you were kind of lucky to be able to see the differentiation as to where the fresh dirt has kind of been kicked up just a little bit.
okay.
But yeah, you can see it going around the corner, so you can
Does it
proceed.
look like boot marks or does it look like footprints?
Looks like boot marks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm continuing. Like, I'm hoping I'm noticing that as I'm going by. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm-
yeah, exactly. You're moving kind of while you're scanning. Yeah. So you're gonna reach
Okay.
the corner there. As you reach the corner there, Jack, you're pretty much exiting the front of the building now. You wanted to look for this guy?
Yeah, I'm
You-
going to start tracking.
The hunter marked. Okay, so roll a survival with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Darius, you see Jack leaving. Are you following or staying in?
No, I actually want to go up to the blacksmith.
Okay.
And ask him if I was looking for any like shady or like underground activity in the town. Where would be a good place to go and inquire about such things? And I'm gonna
Okay.
slip him a gold when I say it.
Okay. All right. Jack, what was your roll?
18.
18 with advantage, right? Okay, cool. All right. So flip back. So Darius, as you approach, like, oh, what was that? He was in earlier, and I don't want stuff going on in here to push away the customers.
Yeah, I'll I'll make sure. I'm sorry. He's got a lot going on, and he's not quite himself. He's not normally like that.
Ah, fair enough. What can I do for you? A nice dagger or a sword?
I'm actually looking for something for more information than anything else. If I were needing to get in contact with someone who isn't exactly at the law level, if you know what I mean, anybody in town that I could speak to about that kind of stuff?
Well, I don't get out much myself, but when I do, I try to avoid the outer areas in Core 2. There's not much there, so if you're there, then I don't know what you're doing, if you know what I mean.
Got you. Thank you very much. And then I finish slipping him, like I pass him over the gold.
Nods his head. I appreciate your patronage.
And I'll head out. I'm gonna send a message to each group member, basically asking what their status is, like what are they doing, and of course you can reply to this message.
Mastos falls off of the shocked that he's hearing voices.
Is it?
This shudders
Is
and
it shocking?
Yeah, it's Darius?
He just used the whole message.
I send another message again. Yes, I'm using a spell. What are you doing right now?
Looking for Darius.
Darius, as you look forward, you now see him like ass up on the ground in front of the entrance outside.
Okay. Jack, what's your status?
No response from Jack.
You
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Jack is
Alice,
intense.
what are you doing?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm following a very suspicious individual.
Okay. What's your location?
You can reply to this message.
No, doesn't work like that.
It does. You just reply to it.
Every time I'm talking to you to answer you, I'm recasting the spell.
Can I reply to that message?
Atlas, what is your location?
I'm at the rear of the building, following a mysterious individual with a dark gray cloak.
Copy that. And I'm going to relay that to everyone.
So
You
as
can
you send
reply
out
to
your
this message.
I love it. So as you're kind of sending these messages out, Jack, you've locked into the footprints of where your target was. You kind of clocked where they were walking, a general direction with your hunter's mark, and tuning in. You can kind of see the path moving around, turning left around the building and heading towards the corner of the next building. Just as you kind of do that, Atlas, you reach the back corner where you've seen the cloak figure kind of turn. And now you see about 30 foot straight ahead. The buildings continue down on your right, and the wall continues to curve to your left. But straight ahead, about 30 feet down, you can now see that the figure has cloak up and is now running away.
Running.
Yeah.
And they're 30 feet away?
Yeah. What do you do?
Oh, I know what I'm going to do.
I'm going to check my spell list real quick.
Range 30 feet.
Finds 19 javelins in his pocket.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, range 60 feet. Yeah, I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
All right. Okay. Has a wisdom saving, is it?
Yes. Wisdom
All right.
saving.
Okay.
Radagon hexes him.
From across the world.
Let's see. Damn, he rolled a 4.
So I just kind of look at him and I just like, I bring my arms up and I was like,
I hope this works. And I
just like shoot out a little zap of energy that blasts through and kind of like brings him into a stasis.
Yeah, you almost see almost like a ripple of electricity. It almost looks like it just kind of shudders through the figure from behind as you see, and then as just kind of like one arm up, one arm half down, you see the figure is now frozen about 30 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm gonna
Sing. That's our job.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
So as you're thinking about what you're going to do next after you catch that person in place, Jack, you're now kind of slowly coming up to the corner. You kind of just can see the back of Atlas as you're kind of rounding the corner to the building on the right-hand side following these footprints. You just kind of see Atlas, and then further about 50 feet ahead, you can see this kind of body frozen in place.
Do I can ascertain that that is what I'm following as well?
Roll a perception. Because logically, yes, but you're not sure.
6.
6. So you're not sure. Like, it's the same direction as the footprints, but without, like, following specifically and closely those footprints, you can't tell for sure that that's the person.
As Atlas is, kind of holding his hands out, Jack is going to see Atlas and this guy frozen, and it's on the same path. Jack's just going to kind of turn sideways, make himself skinny, and slide right past Atlas, and make his way to this not moving person.
Okay.
And he's gonna go up and inspect them.
I'm
All
just
right.
gonna talk to Jack as I see him.
Yeah. So as he kind of paths, as Jack kind of comes up about 5 feet behind, you can kind of glance and see him coming up to you if you want to interact with him.
Oh, hey, Jack. This is suspicious individual here that was caught running away. He's frozen for like a minute, so maybe tie him up.
Jack's just gonna say like good work, like really he's like being really short. He's like good work, and then just keeps going.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if it would work.
And Jack's going to go up to it. He's going to
Okay, hold on.
well,
You can't get quite that far yet. You kind of caught up going past Atlas. You're probably about maybe 15 feet away from the figure right now. As this is all happening, Darius, Mastos, what are you guys doing?
So, I was relaying what Atlas said, how he was after someone, and I am going to tell Mastos to follow me, and I will start heading in behind the building.
Okay.
And then looking for them, because all I know is he's behind the building. I don't know where.
Yeah.
Would you
Mastos.
say this is a crowded workshop?
We're outside.
Oh, I never left. I was at the entranceway, mister.
We're still
I
outside.
mean, you're
Well, yeah, you're like 1 foot from the outside, right? You kind of fall off the top. Looking
Mastos
inside.
doesn't discriminate.
So looking inside quickly, there's just like 4 workers in total, including the 2 blacksmiths and 3 other patrons. It's busy behind you, kind of like where the main kind of stretch or road is, but that's all that there is inside.
I will give him a little and then follow him.
Okay.
Playing my fan flute still.
All right. So as you guys kind of turn the corner now, you can see Jack as he's booking it around the corner to the right-hand side of the building, at the edge of the city. So as you get 15 feet away, Jack.
I die.
He does not save. So Atlas, you would technically be next in whatever you want to do.
What was he trying to? He does it every. Okay, yeah. I
Turn-based
just want-
mode.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say out. I'm like,
Darius, I have him controlled. You need to get back here as fast as you can. You can reply to this message.
Did you cast message?
no. And I just like run as fast as I can up to the guy, and I'm pulling out. I think I have 30 feet of rope. Let me just double check. How do I find it? There it is.
I don't think you have any rope.
I thought I had rope.
Come on.
Scar has rope.
He's actually in Scar's inventory.
Okay. So I'm running up to him, and I'm gonna tackle him.
Okay.
Will the tackle break my concentration though? Like I want to hold him basically.
No, you only if you take damage or cast another concentration spell.
Right.
So yeah, so you can go ahead and roll a grapple attack with advantage. So a strength check with advantage.
Okay.
I don't know how he would not be
19.
grappled, but
Yeah.
but just for fun. Yeah, you absolutely you reach around and you you just lock right into him. Now as you get closer, you can now see with the hood up, you can kind of you weren't able to see from behind, but as you kind of move around to the side, you can see that it's a green skinned, kind of pointy ears, kind of pointy nose, similar height to yourself. And just kind of like you just see the eyes darting left and right, but the kind of the hands and legs stuck in place, and the eyes kind of this look of surprise as it's just jutting around. But you have this entity securely grappled right now.
Okay. My eyes are gonna. So am I face to face?
You can be face to face if you want to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to be
Okay.
face to face.
Yep.
And then my eyes are gonna flash red.
Mhm.
And yeah, I want to look at him. I'm gonna flash red, and I'm just gonna be like, my voice is gonna drop. I'm gonna say,
Tell me who you are.
I'm
And he
trying
just
for intimidation.
okay. Yeah, he you see his eyes kind of like flicker a little bit. And roll an intimidation check.
15.
Okay. While this is happening, Jack, what would you be doing? You've
Jack
seen
would
Atlas
get-
run up and grapple him, and now you're saying something to him.
Jack can see that he's secured.
Hmm.
Jack would go up and start searching him.
Okay. All right. So as you come up behind, and Atlas, you engage with this to see the kind of look in the eyes, and and I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you anything. He's kind of shuddering. You can see him like forcibly trying to break the spell and the grapple. What's your spell save?
15.
15. Okay. So the spell still holds. He's unable to move. You still got him grappled. Jack, roll investigation. Darius and Mastos, you guys just turned the corner now. As you see, Atlas has locked down this hooded figure. You see Jack behind with his hands rummaging all over underneath the cloak.
That is a
Feeling up.
dirty 20.
30-20. Okay. So as you reach around, you you feel he has he has two blades strapped to his hip, dagger in size, and he has a backpack and also your bag of holding strapped across his shoulder and tucked underneath his cloak to the back.
Jack is going to basically take all of his stuff. He's starting with the bag of holding. He's gonna grab that first with for time's sake.
Okay, so your investigation will be your action. So to kind of steal his stuff, well, that will be your next action.
Okay.
Darius and Mastos, you kind of turn in the corner. Do you guys want to do anything? You're seeing about, this would be what, about 50 feet away approximately as you turn the corner?
So I'm gonna move up my full movement.
Okay.
And just kind of shout like, "What the hell is going on?"
All right, so using your dash kind of thing and get up there.
Well, no, I don't want to use my dash. So can they answer me? Like, would they be able to say like, "He's the guy that stole our stuff"?
Yeah, as long as it's a quick yell, not a conversation, but as long as it's like, what's going on? This is the guy.
He do it.
I'm gonna cast suggestion on him, and I'm going to suggest that he becomes our friend and tells us everything that he knows about why he stole our stuff and what he's doing in this city.
Okay. What's the range on suggestion? 30 feet?
Yeah, so if I move my 30 feet, you
yeah.
said I was 50 feet away, so I should be within range.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what the range is on it, but yeah, it is 30 feet. So if I move my distance, I should be able to cast it.
Okay.
And I'm casting it at a higher level because I'm out of those spell slots.
So what's your spell save?
15.
Natural 20.
Christ, man.
So yeah, so you
Suggestion will not work.
say these words, and you can't see, but this thing, his eyes are still—he's just so focused in this specific situation he's in right now. He's not even barely listening to your words.
He's getting felt up. I would be.
Yeah. I just like I turn back to him again. I'm like,
Tell us your name. Tell us what you know.
Bastos.
Jack would say he has the bag.
I'm
to
literally
Atlas.
gonna, I'm like after I say it, I'm gonna turn, like I'm gonna peek my head to Jack, and I'm just gonna like my eyes are gonna go green. I'm just gonna smile and be like, and then I'm gonna like switch back to like red eyes. I'm like,
What are you doing here?
All right, so as that happens, Mastos, you do anything?
I want to see if a crowd's starting to form, or if there seems to be people who are trying to pay attention to what Jack and Atlas are doing.
Okay, roll a perception.
Whoop, whoop. I rolled it there. I rolled a 16.
16? Okay. So as you glance around, you see this, we'll call it kind of an alleyway. There's buildings lined up on your right side, and it's a long building right now where this kind of situation is happening. So it seems to be cut off visually from the street. So unless anybody was walking around here, they really wouldn't be able to see what's going on. However, on the building above at the top, you do see a shadow peek over the top of the building that is to the direct right of where the situation is going down.
Okay. And you said it is roughly 50 feet from us? They
Yep.
are, and so I would assume the building that I was looking at is roughly 50 feet away from us as well.
Well, the start of the building is probably about 20 feet from you. It's just where they actually are about 50. There's like there's an alleyway to the right.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to go back to the main road, you would kind of go 20 feet, turn, and then go back to the main road.
Okay. I would like. Was that my action?
Perception, that would be your action. You still have bonus movement.
Okay, so oh, that cost movement.
And your fox will be a bonus, by the way. We didn't talk about it, but it would be a bonus.
Okay, okay. I would like to. How high is the building?
The building's probably about 40 feet. It's almost to the ceiling of this part of the city.
Okay. I can't. Is jumping an action? Or no, that's bonus
Nope,
action.
just part of your movement.
Oh, okay. I want to do the mithril leap up to. It adds a D8 to my high jump.
Yep.
I would like to, and I have, I think, 40 feet of movement. I believe I'm fast as fuck, boy.
So you have
And I would
35
like to-
movement.
35. Ah,
Yeah.
so close. I would like to jump up to that building.
Okay.
Want acrobatics?
Let me see, because you get extra height on your running jump. I gotta see where it exactly is though. Like even beyond the. So roll your 1d8 for sure.
That's 8. That's 12. I should really separate these before. Why are they always coming towards me? That's a 1.
It's a 1. Okay.
That's a 1 on my D8.
All right. So you can jump if you're just adding ones. You'll be jumping. You jump 18 feet. So you wouldn't quite be able to make it up. You'd only get about halfway up.
Okay.
if you were to jump it.
With my goat legs, I'll make it halfway there.
Okay, so you kind of leap up and you grab onto, this is like a 2-story building. So you kind of leap up and you grab onto kind of the window ledge and you kind of pull yourself up for a second to kind of catch your breath, as you didn't jump quite as high as you thought you would, and you kind of teetering on the ledge of the window on the second floor.
A little full from the deer and
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's you.
Oh
All right.
yeah, that's my turn.
So Atlas, this goblin's staring back at you. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
I just I turn to Jack and my eyes go back to normal.
I don't think he can tell us.
It doesn't matter. He has the bag. Let's get it off of him.
Okay?
All right.
We're taking the bag back.
I thought you already took it, but
Yeah.
It hasn't got around to him yet. It's
Okay,
actually
yeah.
Atlas's turn now.
Okay, so any other markings or anything I see on him now?
You can see kind of scars across the top of his green bald head. He has no hair. You can kind of see like little earrings and the pointy ears underneath the cloak. You don't see anything markings or engravings or anything in regards to like symbols or anything like that.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go back to normal.
Okay, listen, we just kind of want to know why you took our stuff. And we're gonna be taking that back. I mean, my friend Jack here is gonna take that back, so I'd probably give it to him nicely because he doesn't get so kind to people who steal from him.
Just to say this, you see him he's staring at you, listening intently to what you're saying, and then roll a perception.
A lot. Hold on. It's a 16, and I think I have +7. Let me just double check.
I see into the future.
Yeah. Yeah, 23.
Okay. All right. So as he's listening attentively, before you kind of finish the end of your sentence, you see him kind of drop his eyes just for a second, almost like he's listening to something else. Then his eyes reach back up to you. You can have it back. Just let me go.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
I'll reach out for it if he's handing it to me.
So hold on. He's just gonna see. Okay, he still failed a saving throw again. So he's still stuck in the hold person.
Okay.
So he can't he can't give you the bag back.
Do I see where the bag is? Can I reach and grab it?
Yeah, so you can see Jack has kind of got it in his hand now as he's kind of rummaging through. You can see he's kind of got his hands on it. He's about to try and loot the guy.
Okay. Is it tied to a belt or something?
So it's looped around his shoulder, looped around here. So it'll have to be removed off.
Is that the bag has a loop, or whatever's holding the bag is?
It's got a strap
The
on
bag
it.
itself has a strap. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna gently lift it over his head and then just hand it to Jack, and then I'm gonna resume to continue holding him if I can.
Okay. Yeah. So you failed his wisdom saving throw, so he's still in a hold person situation right now.
Okay.
So Jack, Atlas has kind of gotten that off as his action. Do you want to loot the rest of him, or what do you want to do now? Atlas securely has the bag of holding in his hand.
Well, I'm handing it to Jack.
You're handing. Well, he's passing it over. So yeah, Jack, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Jack's going to take it and immediately throw it over, and he's going to back up, and he's going to check if the egg and the mirror are in there.
Okay. Yeah, you can use your action to do that. Yeah. So you think about, put your hand in, you kind of close your eyes, you think about the mirror, and as you reach in and you go to pull out, you can feel that cold iron, and that pattern that you're used to when you pulled it out last time of the mirror. You kind of release it back in, and then same thing. You think about the molten strange stone egg. You reach in, and again, you feel the grooves of that molten rock on the top of the egg. So it appears that both of those items are still in the bag.
Okay. And
Do you have
Jack is going to... Now, I know you said I can use, as a bonus action, I can use my... Like, I can basically dash. Can I... never mind. Jack is going to start talking. We need to take this guy to Carmen Silverhand. Per her request, if we found anyone, we needed to take him in. So we're not releasing this guy. We got our bag, let's take him in.
Yeah.
Do we want him to answer our questions? I can try this one last time.
I was about to say, not with your suggestions. Why don't I just soothe him into talking to us?
I mean, we can interrogate him there in, her quarters. And then we can try all of our tricks.
I don't think we can have all this conversation. Right
Yeah,
now.
I was just gonna say, like, so Jack, you've stated that kind of to the group, kind of like, okay, we're gonna take them back to Carmen, and then Darius, what would you be doing? You'd be next in sequence.
I guess I'll pick him up.
All right, so you use your movement. You have, let's see, you'd have about 10 foot left when you get there. So you go up to him, you can roll a strength check.
I'm pretty sure this is a 3. Yeah, it's a 3.
All right, so you try to lift this goblin up, but for some reason, it's almost like the spell has kind of stuck his feet in the ground or something. You're just having a hard time trying to position him to get him over your shoulder. It just doesn't seem to be working. He's just like trying to like scrunch his face up towards you. You can see the intensity in the eyes, just kind of staring into you.
And I look at him and go, "Ah!"
Mastos, you're up.
I am going to attempt to finish getting up to the top. Of this
Okay.
building.
Go ahead and roll a 1d8.
Of course, I moved it. Ha-ha! 8.
Hey,
Haha! So, although nobody can see it, it's very majestic as Mastos kind of just crouches down, crosses the arms, his little back legs compress, and poof, as he leaps up into the ground and just turns 180 to rotate himself back towards the top, the roof, as he just kind of lands, a little puff of dust just comes out in a circle around him. And as you look up and you see a humanoid figure about 20 feet forwards, staring over down towards the situation that's below. Just as you do that, the head turns towards.
Can I quickly shift into my fox form?
You got your action and your bonus action, so yeah, you can.
So I'm gonna attempt that and use my action as a hide.
Okay.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Okay. So roll a stealth.
Okay. Yeah. 14.
Okay.
Oh, 16. Sorry. 14.
16. Wow, my people are rolling real good. So yeah, it's kind of as you hit and you see as the head starts to turn to see what this noise was, just morph yourself down into the fox, and as you do, there's kind of rubble and stuff that has fallen from the ceiling above. Your fox form manages to be just small enough, and you think that you're hidden behind the rock.
And yeah, for that's the turn.
Okay.
I got away.
Does Maz go? Yeah. So, as Darius, you're trying to get this goblin up on your shoulder. You guys all hear a little, and smoke just erupts all around you, and you are all completely in what feels like darkness. And you feel, Darius, you feel the goblin start to move free as you're trying to grab him.
Am I not still holding onto him?
Well, you took the bag and stuff off, so you wouldn't still be grappling him. Were you keeping him grappled each time?
Yeah, well, that's what I said.
Oh, because then we'd have to roll each.
Return to like holding him.
Okay, so roll a strength check. Sorry, I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's why I handed it to Jack, because I wanted to just
The re-grapple. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
15. 17.
17. Okay.
Sorry, 1 second.
Good.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So he failed. So yeah. So you still haven't grappled. So as this kind of smoke comes out and kind of like it's almost complete blackness, you feel him kind of struggle against your grip, but he has not come free.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Whose turn is it?
So it would be back to your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, this is a concentration spell too, isn't it? Let me just check. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Have I noticed the person sitting up or like the person standing above? No.
No.
Like the other? No. Okay. So I can't see anything right now. I can just feel him.
Yeah, it's just complete blackness right now. You can just feel him.
So I can't even see him then.
Yeah. You can just feel him.
So if I put my face right up to him, I can't see him.
Well, you know where he is.
I'm trying to cast a spell though, but it says I have to see
for the
creature within range.
Yeah, for the purposes of your spell, we'll definitely let that go. You have him like touched, like you know exactly where he is, and you're not. Yeah, you could smush your face against him.
Right. Okay.
Because you have him grappled. This would drop your grapple, obviously, if you're doing an action for a spell.
It's verbal.
Yeah, because you have to do a grapple action to keep him grappled.
Oh, so I can't I can't hold him while I whisper a spell? It's just a verbal component for the spell.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
If honestly, I'm not even sure if I want to do it. So if you want
Well, I got to check because I think to keep him grappled, I think each time you'd have to do like a grapple action to keep the grapple engaged.
Okay.
Let me check though. Could be wrong. Grapple. That doesn't help me.
All right, here, I'll ask you this question first, and that might be a moot point. If someone's casting message on someone and they've been deafened, can they hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just going to re-grapple them, and I'm just gonna, if I have to, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna say to Jack.
Jack, do you have rope? We need to tie him up.
No, but I can hold him. And Jack, on his turn, he would. I guess I'd have to ask you: would I be able to grapple him, but like walk him while he's like being tied? That way he's at least bound in a way.
Yeah, you can use your thing to grapple him. Yep.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. So he says no, he doesn't have rope. I'm just gonna say.
Okay, grab him. Let's walk him out of here. Let's walk back to the front.
And I'll just start pulling him towards the direction I knew I came in, even though I can't see.
Okay. All right. So you guys coordinated now. Jack kind of grapple around. As you're walking towards Jack, you can't quite see him yet. So you guys will have to walk about 20 feet to get out of the smoke here. So as you walk past, Jack was pretty much right behind where you are. So Jack, you see them passing you. Are you going to follow them out? You kind of feel them.
Right?
Yeah, you can kind of feel them in the shuffling.
And I heard Atlas is like, let's take him out.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's following. He'll grab on and help.
Okay. All right. So as you get close enough now, and you guys kind of start to move out of the smoke, you use your grapple wrist, whatever you're calling it, and wrap it around him. Use that to wrap around so you have a solid grip. And you guys now clear the smoke. You kind of see the smoke starting to dissipate now as a kind of a slight breeze starts to come, kind of starts to push it away, and it kind of clears up on the ground, and you can see like this broken bottle on the ground. And it's like a shattered glass, just broken, and you guys can all see each other now. And the fight is starting to kind of go from the goblin. Still not broken from the spell. It's unbelievable. So yeah, you guys, the smoke clears. You now have this goblin grappled. You have your bag of holding. Jack, you took his backpack as well, did you, or just a bag of holding?
Yeah, I'll take it all. Whatever I can grab.
Okay, so you can write down the goblin's backpack.
Oh, so it is a goblin. Spoiler.
Yep.
No spoilers, please.
I'm just gonna ask the group. So I'm with everyone now.
Yeah, so everybody can see each other except for Mastos, which we'll get to in a minute.
Okay.
Darius, do you have any rope?
We don't need rope. I have an idea.
Can you tie him up with an idea? Because we really need to do that right now.
Yeah, it'll work. How long will it take us to get back to Carmen's place?
It's about a 15-minute walk.
15?
Yep.
Shit. Okay, well that ruins that plan then. How much constitution does that goblin have?
He's a stout-looking fella. He's short, but he looks stout.
Can he?
Does no one have rope? Why do we have
survive 5
rope for
minutes without
adventure?
I don't think I do actually.
Hey, first thing we're doing, we're buying rope. I'll buy it. Oh God. Gods.
So while you guys are deciding on what to do, Mastos, you are behind this rock right now. You've just seen this kind of entity like glance over towards your direction, and you think you're hidden. What do you want to do?
I would like to peek out from the rock and see if that entity is still there.
Okay, so roll a perception.
Ah, that's coming for me. 19.
And roll a stealth also.
Okay, that fell off. Oh, that's worse. Okay, that would be a 5.
A 5.
I'm
Okay.
super stealthy.
So as you peek over, you just see kind of the end of this this humanoid figure drop something off the edge of the building, and you hear this smashing sound, and then you see it's still watching over, and then all of a sudden the head flicks, and you see the face of you see this black hair, this kind of black cloak is pulled up over the head. This black hair is kind of flowing out. You see these piercing blue eyes staring at you. This chisel looks like a female from this distance, staring over in your direction, and goes to reach for a crossbow. What do you do?
And we're on top of a
40-foot building.
Oh man, too bad I didn't have meld into stone on my prepared list. Or erupting earth. That would have been okay. I'm gonna do this. This is This is going to be fun. And ballsy. I don't know. Oh man. Whew. Okay, how far away is she?
She's about 15 feet away, 20 feet.
Okay. Mastos is going to wild shape.
Okay.
Just bring my wild shapes down to 0. And Mastos is going to shape. His body will, his fox, I'm in my white fox form, will elongate and elongate and get thicker and thicker. And it changes from this bright snow white to a dark swampy green as I turn into a giant constrictor, which is a huge beast. So
A huge beast.
3 by 3, which would close the gap to 5 feet. And she's lucky because that was my action. Oh, can I do it as a bonus action? No. Weapon attack. Yeah, so no, that's an action. And I will turn into the giant constrictor and tower over her. And as my bonus action, I can't do anything with my bonus action, so I'll just move 5 feet closer to her.
All right. So as you take this new form, you kind of start feeling yourself kind of slipping as your central form is almost right on the edge of the building. You feel the back half of you kind of like start to kind of slide off a little bit as you kind of try to shift your weight of the new form to stop yourself from falling over. And then you start to try and move towards her. And as she looks up and it kind of gives you a bit of a smile, she does not look terrified or shocked at your change in form. And she lifts up the crossbow, but she doesn't point it at you. She lifts up her other hand, and you see her kind of do a motion and push her hand forwards. And strength saving throw, please.
Oh, God. Oh, okay, hold on. I forgot I used theirs.
Yeah.
Oh, thank fuck I do. That would be... So it's their bonus to my roll, right?
Yeah, you roll and then you use your constrictor's bonus. Yeah.
Okay, 24.
Okay, so you feel this surge come towards you, and you almost feel your body like almost shift backwards for a second, but you kind of like just push yourself down into the ground and stop yourself from falling off the edge. And seeing this, she glances down at what's happening below, glances up back at you, and she turns and runs towards the edge of the building. And leaps onto the next building on the other side. You can see her now. She's about 20 feet, about 25 feet from where you are to the next building.
She moved out of melee range?
Yep. Well, I mean,
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
you
My
can
reach
if you
is
want.
5.
We're kind of letting this go, but your growth wouldn't have really gotten you the range, but we'll roll with it for sake of fun.
Okay. Well, I'll for the sake of fun, I won't use the constrict because.
Now do whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
I'll
do
try to
whatever.
I'll try to constrict her midair. As she
Yeah, go ahead.
jumps past me.
Yeah.
It's +6 to hit, and that is a 13.
Okay, so 13 misses. Just to reach out to snap, just as she turns her ankle, just you see a little bit of dust flick up over your face as you try to snap at her. And yeah, she manages to kind of run and take the leap. There's only about a 10-foot difference between this building over to the next one. She does a little tumble. It just stops and looks back, and it looks like she's going to move forwards again.
She heading towards us, or is she heading away?
She's
from us?
heading northeast, like away from where you guys are.
Have we noticed this person yet?
You can't see the top of the building, so if you guys
Oh, no, I
were.
thought she jumped off the building. Okay.
No, just onto another building that is
Okay.
high as well. Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah.
That's
So-
exactly what I've been picturing this whole time.
Yeah. So Mastos, you see her now move further away in that direction. What do you want to do in your constrictor snake form?
Well, shoot. That was my whole like action and everything. So I have nothing. There's basically I'm going to be shifting out of this form now.
All right. So as you
But yeah, so next-
Yeah, so if you assess the situation, you see now that she's extremely speedy. You see her now even before you can assess what you can do with your turn. She's already picking up the pace, moving forwards, and you see her disappear off the side of the north east part of the building. She is now out of sight. So switching back to the guys, you guys have this goblin all... Jack has the goblin wrapped up as you guys are deciding how to safely transport them back to Carmen. We'll take a 5-minute break. So, as we left off at the break, the Atlads had gotten themselves hunted down the thief that had taken the bag of holding from Jack. Currently have this goblin. Jack has them temporarily kind of tied up in his grapple, as the rest of the Atlads are kind of deciding how to safely escort them back to Carmen. And Mastos just had an encounter with some sort of female on the roof of the building above. Wasn't able to restrain them, and she escaped. What do you guys want to do next?
I'm gonna come out of. I know what I'm gonna do since no one else knows what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
I'm gonna come out of my wild shape form.
Okay.
Give a little huff, and I'm going to cast Speak with Animals
Okay.
on myself. And I'm going to look around for any birds or squirrels, rodents, anything that I can communicate with.
Okay, roll a perception.
Why does it always roll towards me and off my desk? Oh, that was a 4. That's gross. 4 plus 10. So A10. A10 is what I rolled.
10. Okay. So yeah, looking around at on the roof here, there's really nothing. You don't see anything that's moving around or anything within range that you could communicate with. When looking up at the roof, you're really looking up. There's probably only about 15 foot to the actual kind of ceiling of this core of the city.
Yeah.
So there's not really anything in regards to bird life or anything that you can see from where you are.
Okay. Then I'm just going to jump down with a superhero landing, ghost style.
Yeah.
And I will say to my friends here, Mastos, that get a
Wait, what?
Well, your mic cut out a little bit there.
Oh, sorry. I say, Mastos let one get away. Sad.
There was another one?
One watching whole time.
Where did they go? What did they look like?
I'm just like, you see this like blank look in my face because it's like, well, I don't know where they went and I don't know what they look like. So Mastos is doing the math in his head and he's like, that way. And I just point in the direction that she jumped.
Okay.
And I
So,
assume we see a wall.
That way.
so yeah, he
yeah,
point.
and then there's the wall.
So yeah, he points to the northeast to the directly at the building. You know, he's about 4 inches away from the wall as he points in that direction.
They ran into the wall?
Jack is going to look at Atlas. Do you guys want to take this on by yourself and I'll go chase this person down, or are we not concerned?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I'm concerned if they're part of whatever scheme this was.
And Jack is going to look at Atlas and say, do you want me to pursue or not?
Darius is sick 'em boy.
And Jack is going to take off the bag of holding. He's going to stick it into Darius's chest, and he's just going to stick his hand straight up, look up, and he's going to zip straight forward.
Before the bag even touches Darius's chest, he grabs it from Jack.
And Jack is going to begin his pursuit.
My
I'm just gonna turn to Darius and like,
Can you help hold on to this guy? He's a little wriggly. Or do you have another suggestion on what we should do?
I mean, I can
Mastos does.
I can try to suggest something to him again. They haven't really been working, but I will cast my final spell.
Mastos says he had... What were you saying, Mastos?
Mastos bends down and looks at the glass vial that shattered and opens his bag of holding and just kind of like sweeps the glass inside and then closes it. Mastos plan done. And I just stand there, smiling.
I turned to
Like I
Darius.
succeeded.
We're gonna have to have a conversation about this one, aren't we?
I kind of think we just let him do his own thing. He hasn't been detrimental to us yet.
Mm-hmm. Last time we did that, I died.
I tried, my friend. I tried.
How does robot die?
You're
Uh,
asking the
Automaton.
wrong person.
Automaton.
Yeah, don't call him that. He's sensitive about that word, apparently.
All right. So before we get too deep into
Red,
this,
what did you call me?
yeah, before we do get too deep into this conversation, you guys just handed off the prisoner here. So Jack had him grappled on his grapple hook, and he's like releasing to zip up onto the top. So Atlas, you're making sure to reapply your grapple. Is that the plan? You're gonna hold him, or?
Yes, I should have. I mean, he should have technically since 2 more rounds of the spell,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I'm reapplying grapple. I'm holding on to him as much as I can.
Okay. So the whole person is dropped. It's saved on that. So go ahead and roll another strength check if you're gonna rely on the grapple.
Okay. 18. Nope. 19. 17
Okay.
plus 2, 19.
Yeah. You kind of lock it in. You kind of interlock your little digits to try and hold that in place. He failed his strength save, so you still have him fully locked in right now.
It's like a nice hug, but beneficial to me and not you. Anywho, nice to meet you, sir. Would you mind coming with us so we can interrogate you and find out what you want to know?
He doesn't answer. He's just staring. His eyes are staring at Jack and following Jack as Jack zips up and runs to the top of the building, kind of disappears, and you just see a little smile come across his face.
Oh, don't worry about Jack. He will find your friends and he'll bring them to us. He's quite good at what he does. I mean, I hope he doesn't kill them. He's quite good at that too.
Does anybody speak? Any of the lads that are near this guy? Does anybody speak Goblin?
If he starts to speak Goblin, I will cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay, good to know.
Well, does this?
In that case, he doesn't speak anything.
No, it's I need to know for future.
Yeah, I can. If he starts speaking another language, I have something for that too. So
Okay. So yeah, so right now he's just tight-lipped. He's just silent. He has this kind of smirk on his face as grin. You can kind of see the pointy teeth shining through as he kind of gets these curls up at the side of his mouth.
can we just get metagamed by the DM?
Oh.
What?
He says in wait, does anyone speak Goblin? No. Oh, okay. He just
Did I
keeps his
say
mouth
he
shut.
says in Goblin?
Well, no. But it was just
Oh,
like the way
okay,
you were
yeah.
going with that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's important for later.
I'm sure.
He's just gonna divulge his entire plan out to the air. Just so yeah, as you guys so what do you guys, Atlas is locked in. Do you guys want to do anything specifically right now before you switch over to Jack?
I am going to cast Suggestion on him and suggest that he
Fail.
complies with all of our requests.
Does it have to be more specific though?
The
Yeah,
wizard
that's
shows up and counterspells it.
It
Like-
says you suggest a course of activity. It doesn't
Yeah.
say it has to be.
that's way
You
too
should
wide
say that
range.
He should follow you and not deviate from your
Let's do
path.
this. Let's do this. You tell me what you want, and I will decide what happens. So you
He'll
can.
assign a DC
Basically,
to
I
it.
want him to follow us, and I want him to answer our questions.
So that would be 2 suggestions.
Well, that's why I said comply to our requests.
Okay, you can try it. Might be a higher
Let's
DC
let's be let's specify a little bit. I think it's
because it's too. Yeah, I mean, what's charm person if you can just keep casting suggestion over and over, right? Or
I
anything.
think you should just get him to follow you because you can interrogate him all you want when you get
yeah. I think let's get him to follow us and then we'll
But
get
he's
him
not
to
going to
a
answer.
secure
I
room.
think getting him to answer our questions is more important than following us.
Well, we can
But
try other
once
things
he's
to get him
held
answered.
down and in a chair and tied up, then you can ask him all the questions.
You're not there.
unless
you're
you're willing to
But
die.
that's,
He
I
doesn't
agree. I think
care.
let's just get him to a secure room so that we can try multiple ways to get him to talk.
Okay, then
Follow me and do not
I will not
deviate from
cast
my path.
suggestion then. We'll just bring him in and then I'll cast it on him when he's tied up, I guess.
So it's up
Okay.
to you, Darius. What do you want to do? You were going to cast the spell. It's up to you.
I'm not going to do anything.
Do we have rope? For the love of God, does anyone
I
have rope?
don't have rope. I already answered your question.
Rope?
Yes, rope.
Mastos always has rope.
Wonderful.
I go rummaging for my silk rope out of my handy haversack.
I just turn to Darius and be like,
See? Mastos always has rope.
Yeah, skip rope, and I start skipping with it.
Wonderful. You want to rope that all over his legs and how much rope you got here?
Mastos really good with knots.
Okay, knot him up, Mastos. Go wild. As much as I love hugs, this one needs to end soon.
All right, I will rope him up and knot him in a non-sexual way, I guess.
All right. So as you're holding him, you start to tie the rope around. One last strength check, please, Atlas.
okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna cast what do you call it? Guidance.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. You can guide yourself.
Won't need it because it's a nat 20.
Well, he rolled an 11, so you still have it locked in. You feel him kind of like almost try to catch you off guard and go for a little juke to the side, but you just tighten in, and his body just goes nowhere. He's locked in
Whoa,
solid.
No, not right now. You won't come to that, sir.
You're gonna regret this, he says in common.
What language is that?
So Jack, as you kind of like you release your grapple, you kind of like land at the top and you look around. Roll a perception.
17.
Okay. So as you look to the northeast, where Mastos said they seen the person leave, you can see different heights of buildings leading right around, and you can see a better view now of the kind of this entire circle of this core. You can't quite make out exactly what's off in the distance because it's so far away, but you can see this huge circle, different heights, different builds and types of buildings. You don't see anything moving on the rooftops right now.
Jack is just going to go into a dead sprint, and he is going to attempt. He's trying to get the layout as he's running, seeing all the different areas he can either just jump to, grab, to pull himself to gain speed and momentum.
Okay.
And he is just going to go balls to the wall.
All right. So as you start kind of running towards the northeast, you look up and you see the ceiling of this, most of it very smooth, but there seems to be like a buildup in some places of what looks like kind of maybe solid rock coated with something. And as you're running, you kind of shoot your grapple, and it does find purchase to there. So you can figure out, you can kind of safely maneuver your way across these rooftops using these kind of little hangs to grapple yourself as far as you want to go.
Okay. Jack is going to continue. He is in a sprint. He's moving quickly, but he is trying to. His eyes are going crazy, trying to find any hint of foot top running. And at one point, he does want to hold his hand to his chest, and he is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself as he's maneuvering. Okay,
yeah, no worries. So roll a dexterity check and a perception.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bump my health up real quick. So that'll put me at 32. All right, what do you want first?
The dexterity check.
Just a regular dex.
Yeah, add your modifier.
Sounds like he said.
That is a 16.
Okay, yeah, good enough.
And
your
then perception.
Mhm.
That is a 9 in total.
Okay. So yeah, you just go in a full sprint. You see the edge of the building coming up. You jump. You hook out into the overhang. You swing yourself around, glancing around, keeping an eye between the buildings and kind of the alleyway formation around the outside. And you don't see any movement within there. You see lots of people in the front where the road kind of starts to circle around. You look back, you can see like where the stairs are leading down and leading up. As you release your grapple, and before you hit the ground, you just swing it out, grab another one, loop yourself around, kind of do like a 180, sweeping around, looking down. You don't see anybody or tracks of anybody other than the initial building that you came off. You kind of swing around to 180. You now have view of kind of the lads down the side of the alleyway, but you don't see any tracks of anybody leading away where Mastos pointed.
Jack is going to get himself into a mindset of it's not very often that he is being chased. So from his starting point and what he's seen, he's going to try to think of a building that he believes somebody would have gone to, like, or at least touched. And he is going to swing over to there, and he's going to begin actually looking deeply into finding like a footprint or a path.
Okay. All right. So you head back towards kind of the initial building where that interaction with the goblin took place. Thinking to yourself, you know, if that smoke bomb went off there, then perhaps it was somewhere around there you could start your tracking from. As you're kind of doing that, we'll switch back to the main group. So Atlas, you have got the goblin locked in. What are you guys doing with the goblin now?
Mastos was tying him up, right?
Oh, right. Yes. Sorry. So Mastos, yeah, it just takes you about 30 seconds or so. Roll a dexterity check for me.
I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Okay. Plus a 1d4.
And that would be a thank fuck, I needed that 1d4. Let me get my d4 out. There we go. 1 on that. 12 and 14.
14. Okay. Yeah, you guys are pretty shocked as you see Mastos kind of like he's just bumping side to side as he just his little hands are just whipping all over, and you see now he has the hands tied behind the back. He has the ankles tied together, so the goblin kind of has to hop now if moving forwards. It looks like the goblin's pretty secure.
Okay, I'm gonna release my grapple, and I'm just gonna like go through and give those knots a little extra tightening.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Uh, 16.
Okay, yeah. So as you give them the extra little pull, you see the goblin kind of grimace a little bit as each knot is tightened just that little bit more, squeezing that little bit more into the muscles. Looks very, very secure.
Great.
All right. Well, great. So nice to meet you. My name is Atlas, and these are the Atlas, and that is Mastos. Not currently part of the Atlas, but traveling with us for the time being. As you know, our friend Jack is hunting down your friend, and we'll bring them to custody soon. But until then, I suggest you walk along and follow us, and we'll be bringing you in for questioning. Any questions?
Where are you taking me?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. I will pass that one straight through to Darius here. Darius, would you like to answer?
Okay. We're taking you to see Carmen.
There you go.
I'm sure she's going to have some questions for you.
Yes,
Mhm.
Carmen. Yes. Okay.
I look at Darius with like a blank.
Yes, Carmen. Should we be taking him to Carmen?
Isn't that what we were doing?
I don't know. Is that what we're doing?
That's what Jack
Seems
said
pretty
we should
fun.
do.
We listen to Jack now? What?
Carmen, he said that Carmen gave him some kind of authority to go and find people that were stealing shit. And then,
Ye-
if we found them, to bring them to her.
Mhm.
Mastos sheriff.
Yes, Mastos.
Just like
As I'm holding the rope.
Okay, yeah. So we'll bring you to Carmen. We may make a pit stop on the way, where we will interrogate you ourselves for our own information. This could go very well or very poorly for you.
Did you
We
want to
don't
do it
quite
now?
know yet. Oh, out here in the open? It's
Do you have a private place we can go? Do you own a house here that I don't know of?
you're so moody today.
You're one to talk. Need I remind you about how that interaction went about 20 minutes ago?
I don't know what you're thinking about. Well, we could find somewhere, dark and not around anyone where no one can hear him scream.
I mean, if you give me 10 minutes, I can make us a private place.
Ooh, wonderful. Yeah, let's do that. What can we do for 10 minutes? Mastos, do you have any annoying sounds that you can do nonstop for 10 minutes? That's perfect. Keep doing that.
And he plays his pan flute.
I will go into the nearest alley and start ritual casting Tiny Hut.
Okay, so you guys have kind of stayed pretty much in that area while else was doing getting them all tied up. So you can pretty much do it where you are. Nobody can see you from the main road.
All right.
All right. So as you start doing that, Jack, you've now kind of landed back on the rooftop where Mastos had this interaction. Go ahead and roll a survival.
And just for RP's sake, I'm sitting next to this guy, flicking my hand into the scalpel and then back into my hand.
Okay.
He's 22.
He's kind of watching it, almost curious as to how your hand is like turning into the dagger and flipping back in again, or the scalpel back in again.
I just I look at him. I just kind of like, I just nod, and then don't break eye contact while I keep doing it.
He just looks awkwardly, trying not to look in your eyes, but he can't really move because he's bound.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack. What was that?
22, 17 on
22.
the die, plus 5.
All right. So as you kind of like start scouring over all of this, and just to double check, I'm assuming Reen is still down with the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, scouring the footprints, and you can kind of see, you can kind of almost put this battle in your head. You can kind of see the movement of the foot, like kind of the pivot on the ankle. You see the deep impression and the buildup of dirt and dust at the edge of the building that would indicate somebody leaping. So you very easily hook yourself over there onto the other side. You track the footprints. The footprints stop and kind of twist at the end of the building, and that's where the footprints end.
Can I tell by them, like, if they went up or down?
Roll investigation.
I rolled a natural 1, and I get a +3.
Okay. So from what you can see, it looks like footprints running towards the edge, and then just like turning almost in a slide, like a stop, and then there's just no footprints.
Is there like building across?
Yeah, so there's another building. There's only about a 5-foot gap between this building and the next one. The next building like drops about 10 feet, so it's a smaller building than the one you're currently on, but it's only about a 5-feet gap between the two.
Jack will jump over to it and look for more prints.
Okay, yeah, you jump over, you do a little tumble, and as you land, you take a look around. Another investigation.
Investigation this time?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 16.
16, yeah, you look around. You do not see any impact marks from the jump other than your own, or any tracks of any kind on this roof.
All right, Jack will zip back up to the building he was on where the prints are. So there's the building off that goes lower. Is there any other direction?
Well, as you kind of like zip back up, you're kind of facing back towards where the interaction happened, which is southwest from where you're standing, so you're looking southwest. If you look to your right is the wall, kind of like where the entry would be. Your left is kind of the main road and everything, where there's a couple little buildings just before you get to the main road. But nothing close enough other than the building you just came from to kind of jump to or move to.
Okay. And from the building that I went to, that I didn't find anything, how low to the ground am I when I'm there?
So there's about another, maybe about 20 feet down. It's not a very tall building.
Okay, so Jack's going to go to the ground. He's going to jump back down to the other building and then make his way down and start looking around.
Okay. So you're about halfway through your ritual cast of Tiny Hut, Darius. While this is happening, Mastos or Alice, you guys want to do anything?
No, I'm just kind of waiting for him to do the hut.
Okay. Mastos,
Yeah, I'm playing my pan flute for 10 minutes, I guess.
all right, you're dug in. You're just giving her. As this is happening, Atlas, you actually start to hear some sort of strange, like whispers.
Okay. Do I
coming.
see his mouth moving or
No.
no?
He looks like he's still trying to avoid your really weird eye contact and looking around. His behavior looks unchanged.
Okay, I start hearing whispers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Jack, so you're now on the ground. You've let yourself down to the bottom. Roll a investigation. Atlas, the whispers only lasted about maybe 10 seconds and then faded away.
Okay.
Anyone else hearing weird whispering? Okay, good, great.
No.
Darius, how long we got on that thing you're doing over there?
Oh, about how long, DM?
You get 5 minutes left.
About 5 minutes.
Okay. You hurry up, I think.
I mean, I can't make 10 minutes go by faster. It takes 10 minutes to do this. I'm sorry.
Okay, you don't have to get moody. Just let's talk.
Stop interrupting me. Let me finish
More
the
making.
spell.
6 minutes left.
Concentrate.
6 minutes.
Cast calm emotion.
You had to redo that rune that you were inscribing. You got distracted.
Another 16.
Okay. So you look around, you can see on the window ledge right before the bottom, like the first level there, which is about 10 feet up, you can see fingerprints on the window ledge. So putting it all together, you can kind of work out that whoever this was had worked their way down to the ground from the building, but looking down, you don't see any footprints.
No footprints in any direction.
No.
And am I like in an alley or am I?
So you're between these two buildings now. So as you kind of landed, you're facing the back where it would be kind of the entryway that opens out, and behind you, if you were to follow that, that would take you out to the main road.
Okay.
It's only about a 5-foot space between these two buildings.
Jack is going to re-tap his chest, recast Cure Wounds on himself, and he's going to go not towards the main road. He's going to go the opposite way.
Okay. All right. So as you do that, so Darius, you complete that final incantation. Assuming Masto, you're assuming you're doing this with everybody in that range.
Yeah.
All right. So what do they see?
So the runes that I've been like etching into the ground spark, and a cool like a dome just up around me. And I can see you guys, obviously. Now you can't see in, and it's like almost looks like it's a purple, but it almost looks like a viscous oil is like moving through the dome. And I pop my head through it, and I'm like, "You guys can come in."
I quickly grab our friend and move him inside.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of shuffles along with you. This is not where Carmen is.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get to Carmen.
Do you guys have anything that can make him more susceptible to my abilities?
I just I I'm still rotating my hand, and it just happens to rotate to the scalpel at that moment.
Oh, I'm sure we can figure something out. No one can see in here, right?
No, nobody can see in here.
Roll intimidation,
Okay.
Atlas.
Okay. Can it be like accidental intimidation?
He's getting intimidated by
Okay. All right, because that's an 18 plus some stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
Where is it? I think it's 2, but let me double check. Or intimidation is okay, so it's -1, so it's 17.
Yeah, so as you're discussing this with Darius, you kind of see the eyes open a little bit, kind of eyeballing your scalpel.
Do I catch him like?
Yeah, you
looking
notice
down?
it. Yeah.
So I kind of look back at my scalpel, and I kind of look back at him, and I kind of move it quickly over towards his direction. Does he react?
Yeah, he kind of flinches.
You can tell I'm having like an internal realization that this is working.
Yeah. We'll get him to talk. Right, Darius?
Oh,
I
okay.
just start waving like the scalpel like kind of close to him and like back, but I've clearly never done this before.
So, well, he's doing that before I cast suggestion. I'm going to ask, so are you willing to tell us now?
Yeah, tell us. Wait, sorry.
Tell common. Tell common.
No. And I turn to Darius and I flash my eyes and cast guidance on him just in case that helps anything. Ever.
No, because he's got to roll against me. So
I'm
it's
just
gotta be
doing
something
it
that-
anyways.
All right, that's fine.
Maybe you need a little help, a little boost. Here you go.
Okay. I am going to suggest that you answer all of our questions for the next few hours.
I suggest you do what he says.
Okay.
You didn't have.
Maybe
You're muted.
maybe I'll help a little.
All right. Why are you so excited to go see Carmen?
Common. No, Sunak.
Sorry, no, Sunak?
Sunak. Sunak.
Ooh.
Why did
saw
you
that?
steal our bag?
Want to see what's in the bag?
Did you see
Why?
what's in the bag?
No time to check what's in the bag.
Who's your friend?
Lots of friends. Sunak, very friendly.
Who's your friend that was watching from the rooftop?
Someone watching Sunak. Sunak, very careful.
Not clearly careful. I was easily able to apprehend you, Sunak. Sunak with an S, right?
Yes, Sunak with S.
Perfect. Just want to make sure my notes are correct here. There is anything you want to ask Sunak here? This seems pretty,
Do you work for anybody?
Oh yes, good question. Do you work for anybody?
Work with lots of people.
Not with. For.
Yeah, Thor.
Sunak have no job.
Okay. Are you part of an organization?
Mm-hmm.
Friends.
group.
Sunak just have lots of friends.
Do you and your friends have a name?
Sunak.
Did we forget to ask to tell him to tell us truthfully? Like, I feel like there's a hole in this plan right now.
Well, I can't change what I've said already. And he
I-
seems
I'm
to be
just-
answering me truthfully. I just think he's stupid.
Should we try the other way?
What's the other way?
I just flip my hand back to the scalpel and I look at him with my red eyes. You know.
And he just leaps back and he yells, you hear,
All right, well then I guess I'm casting comprehend languages. And I'm going to tell him hold on, let me just make sure one thing before I do that.
Tell us who you work
Okay.
for.
Yeah, no, it's not a concentration spell. So yeah, I will cast comprehend languages. And I'm gonna ask him to repeat what he just said.
Don't hurt me.
Hurt you? You want us to hurt you?
Don't hurt me.
Tell us everything you know.
Yeah, do it.
Well, I was born, and then I was raised, and I had food and everything.
I detach my hand and it starts hovering like in front of me. I just haven't broken eye contact with him.
Okay, roll another intimidation.
Well, while that's happening, Darius is like, you don't want him to get mad. If that thing starts spinning, it's game over. You're gonna start losing limbs.
15.
He looks like he's getting a little bit more calm with the situation, kind of reading you all. He doesn't seem quite as fearful of the scalpel now. Maybe kind of judging you as is he actually gonna cut me or not.
I lean over to Atlas and I'm like, stab him in the foot.
Seriously?
You can heal him. It'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Never
It looks
really.
like he's not scared you're gonna hurt him. If you stab him in the foot, you're gonna become a lot more intimidating.
Okay, hold on.
And I just turn back to him like,
I'm gonna stab you in the foot if you don't start talking.
And he goes, ah! And he turns and you see him hobbling his way out of the hut.
I just grab
And
him.
okay, yeah.
And I guide him because in his hobble back to where he was.
Just pivot him.
Oh, Mastos pulls back on the rope.
Yeah.
Tell us who you work for.
Work with, not for.
Who do you work with?
Okay, who do you work with?
I work with lots of people all the time for lots of years. Lots of people, sometimes one person, sometimes
What is
no
your line
people,
of
other
work?
times.
Okay, I'm gonna stab him.
Yeah, right in the foot. Do it.
In
And
the
we'll
foot
make
or
our
the
way up. No, do the foot. We'll work our way up. It'll hurt more that way.
Okay.
I just like move my hand down to his foot, and I just poke him a little bit, like really gingerly. Just fucking, like,
All right. So as you go
Natural 20, he bursts into snakes.
yeah. I just poke him.
Okay. So as you go to poke him, Jack, you reach the the back kind of alleyway between these two buildings now, looking left and looking right. You can see it kind of just curves around with the curvature of the outside of the city. Way down to the left, you can see this purple weird globe. Way down to the right, it just looks like it curves around. You don't see any people or anything.
Do I see any signs of movement this way?
Roll an investigation.
Rose on it today. 17 this time.
17. You scour, you look, you cannot seem to find any tracks or trace of similar footprints to what you've seen on the roof. Anything you find here looks to have been here for a while. Little rat footprints over by the walls, tiny holes in the walls, but you don't see anything that's indicates the person from above.
All right. Jack is going to go back towards the main area, main street, and as he's going there, he wants to check to see if there's any prints that way.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk through both buildings, kind of going based on your investigation as you were landing earlier, you don't see anything that indicates anybody moving through this space anytime recently.
Jack is growing frustrated. This city is too big. There's not enough trees here. And he is going to get out to the main. He's going to look left and right, seeing if he sees the Atlads struggling to carry this guy to Carmen.
Okay. Roll a perception.
14.
All right. So you take a glance around. You see lots of people moving through the main stretch. You kind of see the odd stall to your left-hand side as you look down to the right as to where that lads you would expect to see them. You You don't see them. You just see regular people just walking around. You don't see indications of Mastos bouncing around or Atlas anywhere. They don't seem to be, as far as you can see anyway, on the main stretch of the road.
Jack is going to take his hand and stick 2 fingers in his mouth, and he is going to let out a very sharp and loud whistle, which Reen would understand means "Come find me now."
Okay, roll a perception check for Reen.
I just wanted to say it's like so long into the session, and this is the first mention of Reen. So much for loving her.
That's why you didn't have to ask about her earlier. Like, where did you leave Reen?
Earlier, I was like, wow, you didn't even think about your dragon.
Your little pet.
My bad. She rolled a 19 in total.
19. Okay. So you guys see Reen's ears kind of like pick up a little bit, and she's been following since you guys got an eye on the bag of holding. Reen has now stuck close to that. Everywhere it moves, she kind of moves close to it. But her ears pick up, and you see her just bolt out eastwards towards the main path, the main road. This is just as Atlas's scalpel is starting to insert into the foot of the goblin as it tries to back up.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice her ears perk up before she flies up?
Yeah,
I have 16.
Yeah, you notice. Yeah, she wasn't trying to hide. She just flicks right up. Her head just pivots right away, and she starts to go.
I will say, because I still have speak with animals.
Mm-hmm.
Aminos.
Mm-hmm.
Rin? What excites you?
And she just darts off.
Just like her dad.
Unfortunately, like, I want her to have a conversation with you. I really do, but she
got to answer the call. I totally get it.
Yeah, so she sprints off.
All right.
Does Mastos follow?
I want to, but I'm scared of what these guys are gonna do. You know what?
Welcome to my life.
I think I would. I think I'll drop the rope and scamper off after Green.
Okay, so just let go of the rope.
Oh yeah, just.
Okay, off you go. Okay. So yeah, you get Atlas. This is kind of all happening at the same time. Atlas's scalpel's going into the foot. Reen, ears up, starts to run. Just barely, a little touch.
Yeah.
And you see Mastos just drop the rope and just book it out behind Reen as the goblin kind of lets out a little yelp and tries to pull the foot back. Don't hurt! Don't hurt!
Sorry, I mean,
Tell us what you know. Or your other foot's getting it too. We're gonna work our way up, apparently.
So, seeing that Mastos dropped the rope, Darius is going to pull out the immovable rod and put it like up high and click it. He's going to take the rope that Mastos dropped, put it up over the immovable rod and pull the goblin so he's hanging, and then tie it so he's basically suspended in the air.
All right, roll a strength check.
Atlas, I might need you.
I can help him. If I see him starting to like pull him up, I'll start pushing him up along.
Roll with advantage, Darius.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. Well, he's already bound and everything, and Atlas is there.
You have guidance still.
Well, if that would it sounds like it was going to work, but fuck it, I'll roll it. 13.
Okay. So it takes a little while, but Atlas, you're trying to help Darius, and he's just, the beads of sweat are pouring down his head as he like really slowly pulls this rope, and this tiny little goblin, the feet, finally just can from underneath and slowly pull up, and is now dangling upside down, tied to the immovable rod. Okay, just dangling, just slowly, just rotating backwards and forwards. The cloak is now dangling down, hitting the ground and just swaying.
Do we want to know anything else? Like, I don't know what else to ask him. He didn't really tell us why. Like, he said he wanted to know what was in the bag. So I think it was just like a, ooh, this looks shiny, and he took it. I don't think there was any targeting. Oh, okay. I don't need your interrogation voice on, okay?
All right,
Turn off
all right.
interrogation mode.
So I just like close my eyes and go back to normal.
It's actually quite fun. I get a little lost in that. Okay, well,
And as I'm talking, I'm just like kind of spinning him by the foot around. It's just,
well, he seemed very, like, when we said that that person got away and Jack followed him, he, like, seemed very interested and happy with that turn of events, so I feel like he knows more, so maybe we just keep stabbing until he says something that's of value.
Hmm.
I'm
That
new to
sounds
this,
like a
so
good
if you have
idea.
another option.
What do you think, Sunak?
and I spin him
Talk to
like,
Carmen?
face him.
No, I don't think we're going to talk to Carmen just yet.
Roll
Why
pers-
did you look so happy when our party member ran onto the rooftops?
roll persuasion, Darius?
Guidance.
That's good. I'm glad I have guidance. So I rolled a 6, but it's plus 10. So it's 16 plus 4. So I dirty 20.
Okay. Sunak, happy to see Drake Warden. Yes.
Drake Warden.
Is he talking about Jack?
Wait, would I know what a Drake Warden is?
Yes. Yes, Jack would have. Yeah. Yep. You know that Jack is one. You don't know. Roll a history to see how much you know.
It's not bad. What do I have for that? Should have paid more attention in school, friend.
Darius was not a good student.
No. I mean, my past is full of trauma, so it's understandable. 18.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Yeah. So you understand the kind of generalization of Drake Wardens, being able to have this kind of bond with a almost like a small dragon, a drake, which grows as they grow. Yeah,
Yes,
you're
he's
familiar
talking
with
about
it.
Jack.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Excuse me, sir. I believe you're not telling us the full truth. And
Oh, yes. Happy to see
No,
Drake
no.
Warden. Truth.
Why?
yeah, okay, yeah, why? Why?
Like to see lots of Drake Wardens. I've seen lots of Drake Wardens, like Drake Wardens. That's what I like to see is Drake Wardens.
All right. You know what? Just heal this guy's foot. Let's take him to Carmen. I don't think we're going to get... Maybe she can answer some questions for us. He seems to know her. Maybe we can ask her some questions and tell her what this guy did.
How do you know Carmen?
Carmen, I live in city. Carmen knows Sunak. Yes.
So Sunak is a thief, and Carmen knows him.
Sunak no thief. Sunak just curious.
But you stole from us.
And ran.
And ran. I didn't see that part, but I'm just backing him up.
Just
Why did
seeing
you
what
run?
Drake Warden had. Just seeing what Drake Warden had.
And ran. That's steal. You know what? I think I'm gonna keep poking Darius, if that's okay with you.
You're the leader.
Yes. Yes, I am. Okay, so Sunak, I'm gonna continue to threaten you with violence. I'm probably gonna have to keep poking you, and unless you tell us something of value, I'm probably gonna have to keep doing it harder and harder. I'm really not sure how this goes or when I'm supposed to stop. It's all pretty new to me, so I'm gonna switch over to my intimidating voice, and I'm gonna ask you some questions. And I'm gonna suggest you tell the truth, because I don't want to have to hurt you a lot.
Carmen not be happy hurting in the city.
Oh, well, we're not in the city right now.
In city, yes.
No, we're not in the city right now. We're in another place.
City.
Have you seen this room in the city?
This city. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get stabbing now. Just let me know when you want me to stop and when you're gonna tell us some
Stop now.
interesting
Yes.
information.
Right, here it goes.
And I'm gonna stab his foot.
Okay,
Hard.
intimidation check.
Oh, I'm not intimidating. I'm stabbing his foot.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
18 to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
Or is
Def-
that do I just roll damage?
Just
This is an
damage.
18.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
not
so
he's
Tied
not
up.
moving.
I guess it's not 18. So hold on. What am I rolling? Like a D?
Well, what are you hitting? Are you actually hitting him
My
with your
scalpel,
spiritual
yeah.
weapon?
Yeah.
With spiritual weapon, so you're casting a spell?
Well, I already casted it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you were
Right.
just doing a visual. I didn't think you physically casted it. But
Well, I
yeah,
ejected
okay.
it from my hand, so yeah, that would technically be.
Okay.
me.
Yeah, no worries.
Where is?
But it might just have been a flavor.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It would have been if I didn't need to use it.
Yeah.
I left the door open.
I'm only joking unless you say yes.
Yeah.
7 plus. Ooh, that's a little much. 12 points of piercing damage.
12. Okay.
But
1 second here.
death saving throws.
He's raging. It takes half damage.
Mhm.
He's a raging alcoholic.
I'm sorry. How much was it again?
12 points.
12.
Sunak
He's
goes,
dead.
Yeah.
He's like,
Do you feel the
I don't
scalpel
want to do
can?
this.
Yeah. The blood erupts. Yeah. So as you kind of sink your scalpel in, you kind of see the blood start to come out of the foot. The appearance of this goblin completely shifts. It goes from kind of this more delicate, submissive kind of look to this look of anger and rage start to fill, and you kind of see the corners of the mouth peel up like, don't hurt Sunak anymore.
Okay, so tell us what we want. Wait, sorry.
Tell us what we want to know.
Answered all your questions Sunak has.
You know more than you're letting on.
I have told no lies. Sunak, tell truth.
Why did you take that satchel?
Needed to see what was in the bag.
Why did you need to see?
Need to know what Drake Warden has.
Why? Who wants you to know?
I want to see. I want to see. I need to
Why?
know.
Why do you need to know?
And I raise my scalpel up again.
Okay, roll intimidation.
16.
well, he raises his scalpel. Darius is like, where are the other drugs going?
Tell me where they are. Where are they?
And what was the question? I'm sorry, Atlas. What was exactly the question again?
Oh, dude, I was in the heat of the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Why did you want to know?
Why
what
do you
was
need to
bad?
know? Why do you need to know?
That's Sunak's thing that he does. He does the sneakiness.
Is he being less angry now and more?
Yeah,
normal again?
the intimidation kind of has curbed his
Okay.
attitude a little bit.
Okay. So that's his. He says that's his thing.
So you're just nosy. It was literally just bad luck. That's what this is starting to look like.
Sometimes bad luck on Sunak. Sometimes not bad luck. Sometimes good luck.
Yeah.
I stab his other foot.
Okay, roll for damage.
When I see him do it, I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, okay, man. We're not trying to kill him.
Oh,
Natural
eight.
20.
no, 8 points of damage.
Okay. Not taking to Carmen. I'm just going to hurt Sunak.
I really think we should take him to Carmen. I don't think he has any more information, Alice.
I stabbed Darius's foot. I can't stop.
It's a bloodlust.
Last chance. Tell us why you want to know. No one just follows Drake Wardens and wants to know things about them.
Or something like that.
Useful to know what Drake Wardens have.
What do
Why?
you know about them? What is your obsession with them?
Knowledge is good to have. Yes.
Clearly not. You don't have any.
Yeah, that's fair. You say you steal and you gather knowledge, but you've given us nothing.
And you say you don't steal. You've already contradicted yourself.
Yep.
Didn't steal. Look, take to look.
Stealing to one is borrowing to others. Just saying.
I'm gonna do. I go to Darius,
Hold this.
and my hand with the scalpel shoots over to him,
Like I shake it, like I'm holding it like I'm shaking his hand.
and I kind of walk to the entrance of the room we're in, or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
No
that,
entrance.
it's just
a
a
wall,
globe.
you can walk through it.
Okay, I just walk away from the area. for a
Okay.
second. And I'm gonna cast.
While
Okay,
he's
I'm
doing
gonna.
that, I want to pretend like the hand is trying to stab him, and I'm trying to hold it back.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna cast sending, and I'm gonna send Jack a message,
Okay.
and I'm just basically.
Jack, it's your friend Atlas. We're interrogating this guy here. Things have gotten a little out of hand, and we need some information. What all the stuff
that's
does he
it.
have on him?
25.
Okay.
What other?
So Jack, you hear this? You hear Atlas's voice within your head, and you have had this from Darius before, knowing that you can reply. A similar
Well,
spell.
Can I read his message?
Would Reen have arrived first, or would I have got this message?
So as this voice is coming into your head, you see Reen just booking it towards you, about 20 feet out, charging towards you.
Jack will turn to her, kind of kneel down and hold his hand out, like so, and she'll basically kind of just like run into his hand so he can like pet her.
Well, as she gets closer, like 10 feet, you now see a Mastos bounding behind her too, just hopping along,
That's
chasing her.
Jack, as he's kind of like holding his hand out, waiting for Reen to hit it,
Mhm.
He'll just ask, "Where are you?"
Jack doesn't know you were using sending. He thinks
No, it doesn't matter. But you can just answer the fucking question. Okay. I'm going to cast sending again.
Okay.
Now you know what Darius goes through. Might as well put it on ritual.
Yeah, and only do this once. What does he have on him? I need to know. You can reply back with his message.
Jack would presume they mean on his bag.
Well, that's what I said the first time.
Well, I didn't hear it. Sorry, I was focused
Oh.
on what I was gonna say.
Where
So
are
yeah,
you?
Jack's
I'm
holding
gonna
his
tag
hand
him
out, and
somehow.
he's gonna start petting Reen with his right hand, and he's gonna pull the bag off to the side, and he's gonna start fishing through it to see what's in it.
Okay.
Are you like verbally telling me as you're fishing through it?
No.
All right. So
I'm never
as you
fucking healing this kid again.
so as you're searching through, so roll an investigation.
17.
Okay.
A lot of 13s and 14s today.
So as you go through this, you start piecing through it. It looks very similar to like a what you would pack for traveling. There's some rations in there. There's some throwing daggers. There's gold. There's 12 gold, 13 silver. But there's nothing else really of note in there. It looks like somebody like quickly packed to travel. A bedroll as well.
And Jack will then respond and say, "It's a basic traveler's pack. Supplies for a few days' journey." And then he's going to pull the money out of it and put it in his pocket.
Okay. Yeah, mark it down. 12 gold, 13 silver.
Okay, I walk back over.
All right. So Mastos, you just reach Jack now as he's petting Reen.
And that person that they got away, right? But you grabbed their bag.
This is the bag off the goblin that he looted.
Okay.
Yeah, the person he lost track of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So as you reach up to him now, you see he's basically off to the side of the kind of the main road. There's a lot of people, and there's a couple of buildings to the left-hand side. You guys are kind of in the main thoroughfare, kind of.
I'm gonna walk up to, or bound plentifully to Reen. I ignore Jack and say, "Why rush off?"
Do you speak Draconic?
No. Oh, I guess is he considered an animal?
No, he's a dragon.
What? Oh, dragons animals?
No, I don't think they. I think they're separate.
Are automatons robots?
Hey!
Oh.
What a clapback.
Is it a dragon or what
It's considered
So-
a small dragon.
Yeah.
And dragons are their own creature. They are a
Yeah, it's
yeah, I don't.
so it doesn't. Yeah. So speaking of animals wouldn't work.
Oh, it's based on their intelligence. It's based on the creature I'm talking to's intelligence. Beast.
She's about as smart as Scar,
Beast.
apparently.
No, I
she's-
don't think I can because it says beast.
Yeah, animals
Yeah.
that wouldn't qualify as beasts. Dragons, demons, elementals, beholders, aboleths, display. There's a fucking huge list of them.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
do not count.
Yes,
doesn't
they
count,
do
yeah.
not count.
Sad face. Well, she doesn't.
But she does turn though. She does kind of look at you, like you can tell she's understanding the words you're saying, but she can't communicate back.
Yeah. Jack, find anything?
This seems to be a basic traveler's pack. No luck on whomever you were dealing with. And Jack's gonna get up and he's gonna tell Reen, "Go ahead and take me to where they're at," because I'm assuming from the direction you came, they didn't go to Carmen.
No, Carmen. They not went to. They play stabby game.
Jack's eyes kind of get a little big, and his frustration grows, and he takes on a march as he's making his way.
This is the guy that held a knife to someone in the blacksmith, but
Yeah.
we are the bad
Okay.
guys here.
You poke a toe a couple times and
All right, so you're heading back the way you've seen Massos and Reen come from, Jack?
Yeah, I told Reen to take me to where they're at.
Okay. Mastos, vote you.
Do I see any greenery around?
Roll perception?
Oh yeah. Where'd my D20 go? It's amongst the rubble of my dice tower. Oh, 11.
11. So take a look around. You kind of look up, look down, look all around. You don't see anything planted. You do see a small stall that seems to be selling vegetables to the north. Has some carrots, some cabbages, it looks like, kind of placed out for sale. That's the only greenery you really see.
Okay. Never mind.
to follow.
I was gonna use speak with plants, but I was also like, if there was like any sort of little growth, I was actually gonna use my one of my Fey marks that happens because I'm Fey. Flowers bloom in your presence. So
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
speak to flowers. Oh, go on.
Aw.
I'm following Jack. No one gets that cool stuff.
Another time.
Yeah.
All right, so you're following Jack. So Atlas, you're heading back to the dome. You come in and yeah, the goblin's still there with Darius.
Has he said anything else?
No, I really think we should just go to Carmen,
Okay.
and I will use my final spell slot to cast Healing Word on Mr. Gobbo.
All right. For how much does he get?
My spellcasting modifier is Charisma, so that would be 4. So 1d4 plus 4. It's basically a healing potion at this point.
So is he pretty hurt? Do I see this goblin pretty hurt since the time I've left? And they've
You guys aren't quite back yet.
Yeah, I was like, are you in the dome? Because you can't see in it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, we'll roll to heal and let me know what the goblin gets there, Darius.
Okay, here, I'll just do this. Slash roll 1d4 plus 4. There you go, you get 7. That's almost a double max roll.
Hey, I rolled that too.
I'll walk up to him.
as well. I'll touch his feet.
All right.
I'm really sorry about this. No hard feelings. We just need to make sure that you were telling the truth. You were telling the truth, right?
No need to lie. Why lie? Truth works just fine.
So you were telling the truth?
Yes, of course. No need to lie when the truth works.
Okay, can I insight check him?
Yeah.
And I'm casting Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Insight is 17.
Okay. Yeah, you believe he's telling the truth?
You know, fuck this guy. So I'm gonna put my hands over both his feet, and you're gonna see like the glow emanate, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, which is the 1d8. I'll cast it at level 1. Yeah, I'll cast it at 1.
Okay.
So 7 plus my modifier plus some stuff, I think.
Yeah, plus your level. I think it is because you're your life cleric.
Okay, so 7 plus 4, so 11 plus what was the Disciple of Life, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It
Plus
gives you
2
extra.
more.
That's what it is. Okay.
Plus the spell's level, so 3, so 14 points of healing.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Soon I feel much better. Much better now.
After being stabbed by you.
You people just angry, yes? Better now. Yes.
Well,
Yeah, you stole from us, so, you know, most people don't get away with that. You are the lucky one. We
yeah.
will
Well,
take you.
okay.
What? Okay.
Can Sunak ask you questions now?
No.
You ask Sunak. Sunak ask you now.
Sure, go ahead.
Why Drake Warden in city? Why Drake Warden in city?
Darius, you wanna take the lead on this one? Here.
Nope.
We're here to hunt down all the thieves and string them up for all the no, I'm just kidding. I'm not quite sure. We just kind of stumbled in. We didn't really mean to come here. Or did we?
So, didn't mean to come to city then?
Maybe we did.
Yes, okay. To common, yes.
Maybe. Serious?
Well, yes, we did come here to see Carmen. That part is true.
Alright, yes, we'll take you to Carmen.
Okay, yes, to common. Starts bouncing along.
Did we let him down?
No.
Oh, I forgot he's tied up. He's trying to swing himself.
I'm just gonna go up and push the button on the rod.
Yeah. Collapses down. You see the robe just totally covers his head, and as he collapses, arms still fully tied to the back. Face
Okay.
first in the dirt.
I'll pick him up, put him over my shoulder.
And I'll take the rod out.
Okay, roll a strength check, Atlas.
12.
12.
Okay. So it takes a little bit, but you shuffle him on there. Just as you do, Jack arrives with Reen and Mastos. You guys see the purple bubble and kind of lead in. You guys are all together now.
Okay.
Still behind in the alleyway, behind the buildings.
I will step out of the bubble, which it will.
Hey, everybody. We're just in time. We're heading to go see Carmen.
Why have you guys not been to Carmen yet?
We're waiting on you, so we took some time to see if this gentleman here had any information for us.
Stab Sunak! And he holds up his feet to show the holes in the top of his boots.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack just kind of sighs and starts walking towards Carmen.
Did you want to try, Jack? He seems like he doesn't know anything, but I'm not really good at interrogation.
And Jack just keeps walking.
Okay. Sunak, if you don't mind.
I'm going to take his boots off.
Okay. Okay, they're laced up. The front of his ankle. Both sides are they're like leather bound boots, a really thick heel. Some kind of strange embroidery along the bottom where the base is. Pretty nice looking boots.
I'll set him down and take his boots.
Okay.
Huh?
You set him down, start unlacing the boots.
I'm just gonna take these.
What?
And I'm gonna get them repaired for you.
What? No, Sunak's boots. No, Sunak
okay.
boots.
We'll give them back to you, Sunak. We're just.
You
I'm just taking
stealing!
them
You
to
thieves
look at
now!
them.
You the thieves
no.
now! You steal!
I'm just gonna look at them. Don't worry.
You can look at them on Sunak's feet. You don't need to steal Sunak's boots.
You could have looked at the bag on Jack's waist, but you took it
Need
anyway.
to see in the bag. Need to see in the
No, I
bag.
wanna see
What does
inside
Drake
the
Warden
boot.
have? Need to see what Drake Warden has. Very important. See what Drake Warden has.
Hey, Jack.
Boots not important.
Anyways, I take the boots off and I swallow them.
Okay, so you take a few minutes to kind of unlace and open up. Anybody doing anything while Atlas does this?
I'm calling out to Jack. And if
Jack
you can't hear
will-
me, I will cast message.
6 feet away.
Jack will turn around.
This little goblin seems really obsessed with your people. I don't know if that's the right word.
He's obsessed with half elves.
No, because I'm a half elf. He would be obsessed with me. Yeah, he's obsessed with your whole dragon lineage born thingy.
He's obsessed with Reen.
No, you're I don't know what to call it.
Drake
You're
Warden.
yeah,
Drake
no,
Warden.
but yeah, he's obsessed with the fact that you're a Drake Warden.
You're a Drake Warden, right?
Your order. That's the word I was looking for.
I guess so. I don't know the ins and outs of all of it. I just know I have Reen.
Well,
Drake
yeah,
Wardens. Really powerful Drake Wardens. Yes.
Darius points at the goblin. That's why he stole the bag off you. He wanted to see what was in it because he's obsessed with Drake Wardens and what they might have.
Do you want to know what I have?
Yes. What does Drake Warden have? What does Drake Warden
Darius
have?
puts his hand on Sunak's head and he's like, "Be careful. He's in a really bad mood."
Grumpy, stab feet again?
He might, or just put an arrow through your head. So just be careful.
Don't stab Sunak. Can Sunak get boots back? Looks over at Atlas.
Oh, I'll give them back after.
After what?
Nothing.
And I just lift the back. He doesn't have socks on, right? Like this is just
No, this is bare
socks.
feet. Yeah, this is
Okay.
looks
Alright,
like
so
hobbit
good.
feet, but green.
Cool.
Do you want to see what's in the bag?
You could, yes. If you no lie, you can just tell.
How about I show you, but you have to
Uh,
willingly go to Carmen with us.
He is willingly coming to Carmen. That's not a trade.
Yeah.
I go
And
to
I don't-
Carmen. Yes, you
I
tell what
don't-
Drake Wooden has. Yes.
You tell him. I don't want to empty the bag.
There's only one item in the bag that's mine.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to empty the bag.
We don't have to empty it. We have to remove one item.
Oh, good luck. And I hold the bag so that he can pull the fucking 50-pound egg out with his hand.
I'll show it to
He
you when
said
we
you
get.
could just tell him. You don't
I'll
have
show
to-
it to you when we get to Carmen.
Why do you need to take it out? Just tell him.
He's carrying a drake egg.
Drake egg? No.
Mhm.
No. Wooden couldn't have Drake egg. No. No more eggs.
You're right. How weird is that?
And
Does-
you're
Let's go.
incorrect, Atlas. It's a dragon egg.
Sorry. Semantics. Just a silly robot. That's all.
Warden has dragon egg?
That's all you need to know. And then Jack is going to restart walking away.
I'm picking him up back on my shoulder.
And I go over and I hold the bag up to him and I whisper in his ear, I'm like, think about the dragon egg and stick your hand in here. Just so that he can feel it. Because he's not going to be able to pull it out.
Sunak want to. Sunak want to, but his hands are all tied to his back.
Right.
Now you're just a tease.
Come on, put your hand in. You can do it.
So are you guys, sorry, are you guys walking
Yeah,
while doing this, or are you
walking.
kind of doing this while?
Walking and talking. So I
Okay.
will untie his hands, but I'm going to extra bind his feet in case he tries to, book it.
Okay. So untying his hands and keeping his feet so he's hopping.
Darius said, I'll stick your hand in here, or is he trying to whisper it?
I said I whispered it in his ear.
Mhm. Okay.
If you want to roll it off, we can.
Well, would
So before we get to that, I just want to make sure. So if you guys are heading back, are you heading back to the main street and then going back down, or are you sticking to the outside, around the outside of the alleyways around the city to get back to the inn? What way are you guys going?
I feel like we would try to keep out of sight
Okay.
while carrying a bound goblin over our shoulder, but that's just me.
I mean,
Jack wants to go down the main road.
Okay, well,
He was given permission to apprehend people, so
So Jack has started walking down towards down the side of the building towards the main road. What's everybody else wanting to do?
Well, I'm staying with Atlas. So.
yeah, I'm taking the side. I'm not going on the main road.
Okay,
And Jack
Mastos.
definitely doesn't hear me whisper.
well, yeah. If Jack may not see it, but if Reen's watching, Reen would probably be unhappy with a random person she doesn't know trying to touch an egg, feel the egg up.
Well, keep in mind too, though. I don't know if she would have heard me, but she won't know that because he won't be able to grip it and pull it out. He'll just feel it.
Yeah, but she's still protective over it.
So what's happened is, Jack, you started walking towards the main road. Without issuing a command, Reen has stayed with the bag of holding, which Darius is kind of gesturing towards the goblin to reach in. As he is staying with Atlas, Atlas is going around the outside. So you're about 10 feet away, and you look back and you can see that they're rotating behind the buildings. So you can decide to keep going or go back with them. But Reen has stayed with the bag of holding.
Jack would see that and he would move to them.
Okay, so you're going back to them.
Yeah, he would probably be cringy, flashy, and he would come from above. Like he would zip up over the building and land on like from above.
Yeah, for sure. Did you guys hear the thing that you've heard quite a lot, and you just see Jack just swing in front of you and just keep walking in front as if he was there the whole time, leading you around the outside. So you are untying. You're gonna start untying the bindings to his hands.
Yep.
Do I notice this?
Yeah.
Oh, Darius, what are you doing?
He's not a threat, man.
We don't know what he is.
He's not a
I
threat.
think we keep him bound until we're there.
Yeah, I'm not unbinding his legs, just his hands.
Yeah, and you only need a mouth and hands to cast a spell.
I mean, for some spells, you don't need hands.
Well, maybe he doesn't know those ones.
And Jack would hear this, I presume.
I'm
Yeah.
not whispering.
Yeah. They're having a normal conversation. Yeah.
Jack's gonna turn around, and why are we unbinding him? Because we don't think he's a threat.
Why do we need him bound? With his legs still bound, he's gonna be fine.
As stealthily as he removed that bag off of my shoulder, I would keep him bound until we're in Carmen's presence.
I will continue unbinding him.
Okay. All right. So you is anybody stopping Darius, or he's kind of like starting to untie the
I
hands?
can't really do anything. He's on my shoulder, so.
Yeah.
Jack is gonna watch, and if he just to see how far he's gonna go.
Okay. Mastos.
I want to look around and see if I can see anyone watching us, especially from the rooftops.
Okay. Roll a perception.
Good idea.
Oh, maybe not a good idea. Oh, well, 12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you glance around, take a look up. You don't see the kind of the shadow that you seen last time. You do see the kind of second level up of this particular building. It's made of stone, this building, and it's got a window, kind of a ledge right on the outside, and you can see just a little piece of moss right underneath.
I feel like this is baiting me. I'm gonna do what I was originally gonna do. I'm going to slowly back as the group's walking and talking. I'm going to back away into the back of the group, maybe about 10 feet away from the group, and shift into my fox form. Actually, before I shift, into my fox form, is this a concentration spell? It is. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Okay.
And I will use my bonus action to shift into my fox form.
Okay. Sounds good. That's what, 10 minutes? Is it?
Up to an hour and 30 feet around me. Up to 30 feet, I choose the people plus 10 to stealth checks. And
Perfect.
we can't be tracked except by magical means.
For 1 hour. Okay, awesome. Plus 10 bonus to dexterity. Okay, perfect. Nice. So yeah, you guys kind of feel this. What does that look like? Does that have a visual?
So I'm watching Jack and zip in and out like he was there the whole time, and I see Darius trying to untie him while everyone's like, "Don't do it," and I'm just gonna. My hooves go a little bit slower pace than them, and they start to walk ahead of me more. And as they're gaining pace and I'm backing up, you see me slowly shift downwards onto my hands as they turn into little paws, and then my body shift downwards into a little fox form, white as snow.
Yeah, you guys see the form that you now recognize to be the form you first met Mastos in. A small, tiny fox, about 2 foot in size, glistening. All right, so you guys all have passed without a trace, so plus 10 on your stealth checks. So as you guys continue to walk forwards, the hands now, unless anybody's stopping Darius, will be fully untied. So the hands are dangling. Touch now, yes! Touch!
All right, and I'm gonna stealthily move the bag up so he can touch it.
Okay.
Well, if he is moving like that bag, Jack has a response.
Well, that's why I said stealthily.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
Darius, roll a stealth check. You're adding 10, and then you're watching Jack, so roll a perception.
Okay, all right. So that is a 32 for stealth.
Holy shit. What's your perception, Jack?
18.
18. All right. So yeah, it just looks like he's still back there. You can't really see exactly what he's doing. So Darius, the goblin, you see, reach in. No work, no feel. What's in here?
All right, I'm just gonna close the bag. I'll be like, sorry, I'm not pulling it out for you.
Did he say that out loud then?
He's still, again, this is a whispered conversation. I'm trying to keep it between the goblin and I.
Yeah,
Well,
the
you
goblin's
were
not staying
whispering,
quiet,
the
but
goblin
Darius.
was whispering.
Yeah, no, the goblin's not being quiet.
And he said, "No feel, it's not working."
Yeah.
In that moment, Jack's arm is going to snap up, and he is going to stealthily zip up Darius. It's not actually going to be stealthy. But the play is Darius is going to get bound, and like an arrow, Jack is going to come sideways at him, and his feet are going to press into Darius, and he wants to knock him to the ground.
All right. So you roll a grapple then. So strength and Darius. You want to athletics or acrobatics, whatever your choice.
That's a 17 in total.
Okay.
22.
Okay. So yeah, your grapple kind of hits its mark, kind of get his around his arm, and then as you kind of pull in and fly towards him with both feet, you manage to just unravel it and just twist to the side, and you just kind of scrape sideways across the ground.
Jack is going
just looking at you. What the fuck, dude?
Jack is going to snap back up, and he is actually just going to shove Darius back.
Okay, roll a strength check. Darius, athletics or acrobatics?
So just because once he attacked me, Darius is gonna make distance between them. So while he's getting up, he's gonna back up.
Sure. Yeah.
And the demeanor on Jack is just this, like, Jack is young. Jack is not an adult. Jack is immature. And this is a frustrated. And this moment is a frustrated child, like, running up to try to just shove Darius, like, you took something from me, and you can see the frustration in his face, and he's gonna come up and attempt to shove. So we'll let that hit before he starts mouthing off.
So Darius, are you gonna back up as he's coming towards you? Are you gonna stand your ground? What's the play?
He'll back up because he doesn't want to fight him. And he knows that he's stressed out, so he's just kind of like, what are you doing?
All right. So you'll back up. Jack, you see Darius is backing up. Are you going to keep pushing forwards?
Yeah, Jack's pursuing, and I guess even as he's backing up, he's trying to gain ground. I wanted him to, like, start mouthing off when he tried to connect. So I guess we'll see. I want to do that before he starts, like, his spiel.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I good to, like, am I going to reach him and try to shove him?
So if you're gonna rush forwards, yeah, roll another strength check if you're gonna rush forwards and try to push him. Darius, you can roll athletics or acrobatics with advantage because you know it's coming and you get space.
21.
I did
Okay.
crit, so it's a 23.
23. Okay. So as you push Darius, he kind of just loses footing and falls back and hits the ground. And yeah, go ahead.
Jack's gonna shove him up, and he's gonna be like, "What is your issue?" He's like, "We're in an area I don't know, and I just found out that everything is going on here is fake and not. I'm not supposed to be here anymore. This is." And Jack's like, he's gonna start breathing really heavy, and to the point like he like brings his hands up and he's like staring, and his vision's gonna be kind of like fading in and out, and he's gonna go, "You're not helping me in this situation. You're not consoling me in this situation, and we have a thief who wants to know more about me, and you want to show him everything in the world.
So Darius is
I
gonna,
told you to go to Carmen, and you guys still didn't do that."
Darius is gonna reach behind his head, and where his head hit the ground, he's gonna like, there's gonna be a little blood, and he's gonna show it to Jack. And he's just gonna be like, "Do you feel better now?"
Jack is going to use his thaumaturgy, and his voice is gonna boom really loud, and he's gonna yell, "I don't care! This isn't about you. This isn't about... I don't care about any of you. You guys... I'm not supposed to be here. This is a setup. This is not real. I need to be at home, and I'm stuck here with you guys who were sent out here for reasons that..." I'm out here trying to save my island, and you guys are out here because you're outcasts, and you guys are prolonging what I need to be done, and it's going to take a toll on me, my island, and all you guys want to do is play games.
I haven't been playing games since Venmoria, and I want you to really think about what you just said. You are stuck out here with us. All I have been doing is trying to keep us safe, and you just attacked me. Also show that I haven't done anything to retaliate. I understand that you are stressed, and I understand that you are under a lot of pressure. But what you are doing right now isn't going to help your island, nor is it going to get you to a position where you can even figure out how to help your island. And he's going to lift his hand, like with the urge to slap him in the face, and he's going to put it on his shoulder. Get yourself together. You have been the most collected on this entire trip. Don't unravel now. And I'm going to put my hand off his shoulder, and I'm just going to start walking.
Jack is gonna skitter away off to the inn, not mattering the distance between him and the group.
Okay. Sticking to the outside or going to the main road?
He's actually gonna zip away. He's gonna gain distance.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, straight up.
All right, so yeah, you the closest building to you. You put your zip up. I keep doing like the Spider-Man, zip up on top, leaving Reen down with the group. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you zip away, kind of out of sight over the building. You guys watch Jack just disappear. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Just keep walking.
I'm actually gonna kneel down to Reen. I will reassure her that I will not do what I did again, and I will keep the bag safe. And I'm gonna ask that she goes and takes care of him because he shouldn't be alone right now.
Okay. You see Reen kind of like walk in a circle, kind of around you, and brush up against the bag, and then kind of lean down, kind of on her hunches, almost like it looks almost like she's considering options, and then she just stands up on all fours, and then just runs off to follow Jack's scent. So you guys continuing to
Carmen.
move towards? Okay. So what's the marching order? Who's in front? Who's behind? So this width of this sort of alleyway, we'll call it, going behind these buildings is about 10 foot wide. So
I think I'm in the front. Because
Okay.
after the Jack situation, I just started walking.
okay. You guys just kind of staying close together, moving forwards.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so Mastos, where are you
In
positioned?
the back, about 10 feet away from the group itself as a whole. So
Okay.
15 feet away from the front, which would be Jay.
Okay, sounds good. So as you guys are moving forwards, Darius, roll a... 1 second.
Dude, is it perception? Can I roll perception as well? Because I'm trying to look out for the group, make sure, I feel like we're going to be ambushed.
So as you're moving forwards, Darius, all of a sudden you feel the bottom of your legs. You feel this stabbing and aching right up almost to your knee area, and you take 6 points of piercing damage. Atlas, as you're moving forwards, you take 2 points of piercing damage. You feel this pain radiating through the base of your feet. Mastos, you see them kind of wince a little bit. They're about 10 foot ahead of you.
Something stung me.
Yeah, Darius doesn't just wince. He like, ow! What the? And I look back at Atlas, like, what the hell, man?
But I don't know. I just got stung by something.
I look at the goblin.
He's
Do I
still
see
hung
anything?
over Atlas's shoulder.
I start scanning around me.
Okay, roll a perception.
19 plus 26.
26. As you scan around, you see these small, almost looks like tiny fibers, kind of blocking the pathway behind this building. Looks about, can't really tell exactly, but maybe about 20 feet, covering where you and Darius are standing. Mastos is just on the outsides of it.
Sorry, fibers?
Yeah, like small, like almost like little plant, look like plant fibers to you. Small little kind of sprouts and little tiny thorns on these sprouts.
And they basically created a wall between us and
It's not a wall, no. It's just basically, as soon as you stepped on it, you felt this pain where it shot up and kind of like, and then retracted.
we stepped on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like if we continue, that's going to be a repeated.
As far as Atlas can see, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I couldn't see it. So. Well, I get like. So, do you convey that to me? Because if not, and you say you didn't do it, I'm just going to turn around, kind of look, not see anything, and start walking.
Oh, that sounds better.
Now, careful where you walk. I think there's some sort of angry plant on the ground.
Can I like look at it? Do I see? Can I like investigate it closer? Like see if it.
You don't need to. You recognize this from when Jack used it before.
Oh.
In the mines. You've seen him use this. You've seen this tactile thorn type spell used before. Spike growth.
Right.
This is the same thing that Jack did. Did Jack do this to us?
Patty.
I mean, he came right at me. I wouldn't put it past him.
Don't put Sunak down. Sunak don't like thorns. No, don't put Sunak down. Thorns hurt.
And you did take his boots off.
Yeah.
Please no, don't.
Yeah, I think we've hurt him enough. I don't think we should put him down.
Okay.
Mastos, are you doing anything while they're discussing this?
As I see them wince, can I roll perception on what made them stop?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mastos don't see shit. It's 11.
Okay. So yeah, you just see them just kind of talking. You don't see anything. You don't see why they're hurt.
Okay. I will stop, stand in place, and keep a lookout above. I want to look up.
Okay. Good enough. Yeah. So roll another perception for looking up because you would have been concentrating on the lower area.
8.
Okay, cool. So you give a scan. Very, very confident. You're absolutely keeping your group protected, and rest assured there is nobody nearby.
Hey guys, maybe we should head back to the main road. I don't, unless you want to walk through this. We're gonna get hurt.
Well, how far do you think it goes?
Do I see how far it goes down? Like,
Yeah, so it looks like it's pretty much centered on where Darius is standing, and it's going out 20 feet. I guess it's 20-foot radius, so it's like it's big.
Wait. Okay, so again, assuming that Atlas is, you are conveying this information to Darius.
yeah,
correct?
no, that's fine.
So does that mean that, are we safe to assume that this was cast on me? Because if I'm in the center of it,
Mm-hmm.
and Darius is saying this out loud, by the way, like,
Well, it looks like it's originating from you, Darius.
yeah, I mean, I didn't cast. Why would I cast this on myself? I would think someone cast this on me,
Well,
which
I
means
don't-
someone's around. I'm gonna start scanning to see if.
Okay, roll a perception.
I'm gonna cast. Did we have to do a saving throw when we walked it, or just it hit us?
No, just hit.
8.
Okay. Scan around, and you look at Mastos. You kind of give it a little nod of the head. You're like, yeah, we got this. There's nobody here. We are so safe.
Well, I mean, he doesn't see anyone, but that doesn't mean he doesn't think there's no one there. Just because this didn't come from nowhere.
Yeah.
I would also scan up above too. Like if I see everyone looking up the rooftops, I'm gonna probably do the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception.
And what was the spell called? Like what did I recognize it as?
It's spike growth.
Oh, okay. Perception, sorry.
Yep.
Not good.
Please be an 8. That'd be hilarious.
No, it's a 10, but I don't have plus stuff. Perception. Oh, okay, no, perception's good. 17.
17.
You wanna shake my hand? Quick, mommy.
You do see, as you look up, not the building where you're standing, but you see a shadow like maybe 2 buildings back, real far. You see a shadow. You can't make out exactly details or anything, but you just see a shadow on the rooftops.
Okay.
There's someone on the rooftops down there. Can you see them?
I point at him.
No, I don't see anyone. Sunak see no one. Don't drop Sunak. Sunak got no boots.
I assume we still don't see it, right?
You can not with your perception. Yeah. No, even pointing in the direction, it's just too far for you to be able to make it out.
I don't. Sorry, Atlas. I don't see anything.
Oh, man. You're human eyes. Or sorry, you're half human eyes.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I don't have your robot eyes.
Oh, okay, now it's you too. Alright, that's cool. That's
To be
cool,
fair,
man.
I was the first person to call you that.
Yeah, well, I thought we moved past it, but whatever.
You just
know
called
what,
me a
guys?
human.
I'm just gonna. I'm out of here. Like this,
And I just I set the guy on the ground. And I'm just like,
I'm going back to an inn.
Okay.
No, Sunak, no! Put him on the ground. Takes 5 points of piercing damage.
I'll pick him up.
Ah!
I'll try to pick him up.
Roll a strength check.
Nine.
So you go to quickly pick him up, and you just lose your balance and drop him, and he takes 3 points of piercing damage. Ah! Don't drop Sunak!
I'm sorry, dude. You're way too heavy. I can't pick you up.
There's something I'm gonna do now. I see all this going on.
Mhm.
I hear both Atlas talking about the person.
Mhm.
I hear Jay talking about some sort of spell or something being cast. So I'm gonna shift out of wild form. You're gonna see the fox stand up on his hind legs, and they turn into goat legs. Pop. And my body returned to the normal size, and I'm going to drop pass without a trace, and I'm going to use another one spell slot for that. I'm going to use conjure animals.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose 2 beasts of challenge rating 1.
Mhm.
I'm going to summon face spirits, because they're technically face spirits. 2 giant eagles. I'm going to command 1 giant eagle to take the goblin, and I'm just seeing if they know the verbal commands yet.
I'm hopping to the, like, while this is happening, I'm like moving through the spike growth to like the main road. Like I'm jumping 10 feet at a time.
So it's half movement speed.
Yeah, it's fine.
So you'll hit it. Let's see, 15 travel, jump 7. So yeah, it'll only take
2 hits, right? I'm guessing?
Yeah, so 8 points of piercing.
Okay.
And we came down from the it's in my notes. Do 2nd level, I believe. We came down to the from the 2nd level.
What do you mean, 2nd level of what?
The ring.
So you guys are still on the first, like there was the top where you guys come in, almost like an entranceway where you could see the opening, and then down 1 set of stairs. So you're still on the core 1. You haven't explored any other cores yet.
Okay. I'm gonna have one of the giant eagles. Like, well, I guess. Yeah, I will have that giant eagle pick up the goblin, and then I will have him fly to. I can't say fly to Carmen's because the giant eagle doesn't know where Carmen's
Yeah,
is.
and this thing is huge. So you're in a 10-foot alleyway, and you've got a giant eagle. So this is.
It's a large beast. Yeah, you know what? Instead, it's not going to be a giant eagle. I'm just going to do it into a dire bear.
Okay.
And I'm going to command the dire bear to pick up the goblin, put him on his back.
So how's he gonna do that? What does that look like?
Onto the rope. Right onto the rope and huck to behind him.
So he's only got his feet tied. So you want him to grab.
Oh yeah, grab him by the feet and hawk to him behind him. Just throw him up in the air and
Okay.
hopefully he lands softly on his spiritual fae back.
Okay. Roll a strength check for the bear. So Atlas, as you're kind of walking out, you're kind of going to, you see now the main thoroughfare, lots of people walking. You can see in the distance, you can see the large hanging mug, which would be the tavern. And down further, you can see Reen trotting behind Jack. Jack, as you're getting very close to the entrance to the tavern now.
Yeah, I'll probably I'm gonna try to dash up to Jack.
Okay.
It's a dirty 20.
30-20. Okay, yeah. So the bear grabs walks in and takes. Are you create it? 6 piercing damage as it grabs the sunak and slings it onto his back very deftly, and then turns, going the shortest distance out. Takes another 6 points of piercing. And so the bear has now got the goblin on the back and is out of this kind of dangerous area, this dangerous terrain. Darius, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna buck up and run through it. Like I'll try to jump and then run out as quickly as possible.
Okay, yeah. You take 8 points of piercing.
Okay.
And what's the bear doing with the goblin?
I want the bear to follow Atlas.
So you're still in the alleyway. If you give that direct command, it's probably gonna walk through the the thorns again. Like he.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're behind this building, right? So you'd have to kind of like walk around, go between the buildings into the main road area.
I am going to. Yeah, oh shit. And it's half movement speed, right?
No, he's out of it now, so you can.
Okay,
yeah. You're basically backtracked a little bit out of it.
I'm going to have him follow me, and we are going to go backwards out of the alley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Towards the main road, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you turn and start walking. The bear's following behind. Roll a perception.
Oh, 18.
18. Okay. So you go walking forwards, and you hear, boom, boom. Thank you for helping, Sunak. You turn around, you see that he's used the swords, one of the swords, to cut the legs, the rope off his legs, and he clicks his fingers and turns invisible.
Damn, Jay, if only he didn't have the use of his hands.
Or, you could have watched him.
And he starts, you see the pitter-patter start to run back down the alleyway.
Well,
What do you do?
I'm a Mastos ride bear. I jump onto my. As I jump towards the bear, I shift into my fox form, and I am on the bear's back.
Okay. So Jack, you now see Atlas. Just as you reach the entrance to the tavern, you see Atlas, and just rushes up behind you, a little like. Atlas, you meet up with Jack. Darius, as you kind of turn around, you see the little fox riding a bear coming up behind you. Atlas and Jack, what do you guys want to do?
Hey, Jack.
Sorry. Jack will just kind of turn and go, yeah.
Hey, you want to get some alcoholic beverages?
You can bring me a few, and he'll flick him a gold coin, and then Jack's gonna reach up above, and he's going to zip onto the top of the inn, and he's gonna sit and sulk.
I'll go inside and get a couple beverages.
You want milk, right?
As I'm like walking inside.
No response. He's already up there.
Okay. Well, hopefully they have good milk.
As you're walking in, Atlas, you hear. You just hear these whispers in your head for about 5 seconds.
At me right now.
I'm just like looking around.
Okay, I don't see anything.
Hello? Hello?
I wonder if it's the boots.
The boots of whisper.
The boots of dark thoughts.
And then you mask those two hear a voice in your head. I think I've almost got everything. Where are you all? And we'll leave it there.
Fuck.
Oh.
Where are your lucky charms?
That did not go how I expected it to go.
I feel that went pretty good for what was supposed to go.
Oh my gosh.
God damn.
Did he run through the thorns?
Nope,
No, he ran the opposite
other
direction.
way.
No, Tim threw him on his back.
No,
Right.
Tim threw him
On the bear's back.
On the
Yeah.
bear's back and then walked ahead of them and left
Yeah,
them
It
behind.
didn't watch him.
Oh, I watched him. I watched him use his free hands and cut the rope.
No,
The swords that were
Colin
still
said
on his
you heard
hips.
him go thud, and you turned around, and he said thank you, and he just explained what he had done.
Yeah, he cut his ropes with his sword, right?
Yeah.
Where did he get the sword from?
Yeah,
I thought Jack took all of his stuff.
No, Jack took his bag and the bag of holding. He didn't take the 2 dagger blades that were down by his hips.
This whole time, I'm like screaming on the inside. I'm like, you didn't take the daggers. And then when you went to untie his hands, I was like, you didn't take the daggers.
I
You
didn't
could
know
have
he
said
had
that
those.
in game.
I thought, yeah, I thought.
Mastos isn't like that. That's not a. Hey man, I don't metagame.
So that whole time that we were in Terry, he had weapons on him, like
Yep.
visibly
Yeah,
had
on his
weapons
hips.
on
Well, he's wearing a cloak, right? You would have seen whenever Jack was rummaging through Atlas, you might have seen, but nobody else searched him. It was only Jack.
No, I thought you said when we
Well,
had him, we
I
saw
searched
his
him.
daggers.
I didn't. I don't remember the daggers.
Yeah, whenever Jack was searching and Atlas was right there. Yeah, that's when I explained what he had. He
Because yeah,
set a
if
bag.
I thought Jack took everything, I wouldn't have untied his hands and just left his legs if he had weapons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you not?
Well-
I thought you literally leave the daggers. Like, what was the thought?
I
Yeah,
said
no,
I
you
would
dropped
grab
the
what I
dagger.
could, and I was told what I grabbed. I didn't
Oh, okay.
specifically say I'm grabbing this, this, and this.
You specifically said I will grab what I can in the time frame that I'm allowed, and I will start with the bag of holding. And
Mhm.
then you grab the bag of holding.
I figured as soon as I touched the bag of
backpack,
holding, like
then
a
you-
beholder would show up.
Yeah, no, I said you grab you grab his backpack and you grab the bag of holding.
Yeah,
and then
and,
you went.
and yeah, he wanted to make sure everything was in there. So his priority was getting back Darius's bag.
No, his priority was getting the egg back.
That too. But the bag, because Darius would be mad at him.
Oh, you guys.
I liked how Jack's tantrum went, because when I pictured it in my head, I figured that he would slam Darius to the ground, but I liked it better that he
That he
was
get-
struggling because
Yeah.
he's mad and he's just fuming, and Darius is like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
back
yeah.
up.
No, I
So it
like
made
that a
it
lot
much better.
for sure.
And Darius has dealt with his fair share of fuming men in his time.
Yeah, no doubt.
But what about
After not
fuming
getting
boys?
satisfied.
All
It
right,
was good.
yeah.
I liked it.
All right, let's back next week, 8 p.m. EST next Tuesday.
What was whispered
Um,
to me again? I'm just writing that down.
Chains.
Are we doing chains next week? What?
No, we didn't say that. Luke
didn't?
really wants to do it. He's like
I
dying to
miss
do it.
Radigon, man. I'll be honest. Playing Jack, a character that like doesn't show emotion, like you don't feed too much into it, and like Radigon, I'm like trying to plan everything under the sun, and then
Yeah.
you drop a bomb on me that the tournament hasn't happened, so then all I can think about is Jack, and I'm like, Jack's life is unraveling right now.
Yay! Story. All right, yes, guys, we'll see you back next week. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session. Get some sleep.
Bye.